Welcome to beautiful Las Vegas Ballpark. It's the beginning of a very exciting day 2 for this year's Live Like Lou Las Vegas College Baseball Classic. As the two teams that won their opener get ready to square off, the Anteaters of UC Irvine from the Big West taking on the Big Ten's Oregon Ducks, one of the 8 remaining undefeated teams in college baseball. We welcome you to Las Vegas Ballpark with Mike Rooney. I'm Mike Farron, and this is going to be a really fun afternoon. Two contrasting styles offensively. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a little bit as you see Mark Wazakowski heading back into the Oregon dugout. But these are two teams that Oregon showed off their power last night, and UC Irvine showed off exactly how pesky they were offensively.
Yeah, Oregon's really good, and if anyone's going to threaten UCLA in the Big Ten, it feels like Oregon. USC, I guess you could add in there too, but they've been incredible.
Angel Laya with a 3-run home run yesterday to help put things out of reach in their victory over Arizona last night. The Ducks clobbering 3 home runs en route to victory now with 19 on the year as they move to 9-0 with the win over the Wildcats. Laya, the freshman, another big night. Ryan Cooney also homering, and Jax Jimenez with his first collegiate home run as well to help pace Oregon to the victory. And for UC Irvine yesterday, the big story was how they battled against a Vanderbilt pitching staff. They made Vandy's pitchers throw 196 pitches.
Yeah, incredible. Just an old-fashioned West Coast offense. Zach Felstead, their shortstop, was tremendous. Just up and down the lineup, they really fought Connor Fennell, who's here today is 20-3 in college. He's been their high leverage reliever. A winnable game, he comes in. It's a very sneaky fastball, 90 miles an hour, but it's one of those high ride invisibles. So we'll see if the Oregon hitters can deal with that pitch. He'll throw it 80% of the time.
Yeah, he is a big fastball pitcher despite the fact that he doesn't have a big fastball. And everything with Oregon is big, as Ryan Cooney had a big night last night, including a long 2-run home run to left field. He will lead things off for the Ducks. Ducks at 9-0. Irvine at 7-3. And the winner today will put themselves in a very good position to be this tournament champion. Ojeda from the wind, and the first pitch of the ball game is a strike, and we are underway. Cooney is the player, Runes, that we were talking a little bit about this after the game yesterday. With Maddox Maloney, their star shortstop, being a likely early round draft pick, scouts are going to come in and see Cooney, and he's going to end up going very, very high.
Yeah, I agree. He's really a great player. Plays with a great edge, too. He's a great tone setter for them, including his walk-up song, Billy Joel, The Stranger.
Definitely sets a tone.
A fantastic tone, if I don't mind.
2-2 the count now to Cooney.
Do say so, my dang self.
Cooney and Maloney have been the starting infield for 3 years at Oregon. This is a really complete Ducks team. That one wrapped foul, third base side. The count remains 2-2. Last night, we saw everything that Oregon does well on display. They clobbered 3 homers. Their pitching staff, led by Will Sanford, Tanner Bradley, struck out 19 as Ojeda puts away Cooney to start the game. The 19 strikeouts runs the most by an Oregon pitching staff. You get a look at Ojeda's breaking ball again here.
How about that slider right there?
Pretty good one. But the 19 strikeouts that Oregon registered yesterday, the most they've had in a game since 2021 against New Mexico State, and the most against a Power 4 opponent since David Peterson's 20 strikeout game against Arizona State in 2017. David Peterson, an all-star last year for the New York Mets.
Wow, little curveball right there. For Ojeda, like you got to be focused on his fastball, but he's showing a nice arsenal here.
He's ahead of Jimenez, 0-2. You get it right. I only work with Chris Jimenez. You would think that would be an easy one for me, but
it's tricky. There's alliteration there. Jax Jimenez.
Jax Jimenez, his first collegiate home run yesterday, getting the start in left field. Switch hitter, batting right-handed here. And he takes down and in.
I just tell you, Ricky Ojeda does not need a 20-second pitch clock. He's about 5 seconds is what he needs.
Here comes the 1-2. In the air to right, racing towards the line and making a good running catch is Frankie Carney, 2 outs. Carney closed ground well. The converted infielder making a nice play.
Sure did. You said it yesterday, Coach Farron. We've got 2 just awesome pitching matchups today. Colin Clark for Oregon is kind of the opposite of Ojeda. He has an elite breaking ball and changeup that protects his fastball. Ojeda, his fastball protects everything.
Dominic Hellman pops up the first pitch. First baseman Reyes under it, and a 1-2-3 first, and Ricky Ojeda fired up as he comes off the mound. We head to the bottom of the first. Oregon nothing. Irvine coming to bat. The Live Like Lou Foundation is dedicated to supporting families affected by ALS and funding research to find treatments and a cure. Inspired by New York Yankees first baseman and Major League Hall of Famer Lou Gehrig, the foundation supports those living with ALS and funds research to find treatments and a cure. To learn more, visit livelikeLou.org.
Choice of signature flavors. An entree plus free dessert, just $13. That's a sweet deal. Only at BJ's Restaurant and Brew.
Beautiful day here in Las Vegas. As the UC Irvine Anteaters get ready to hit in this scoreless game. You see Frankie Carney set to lead things off. It was a very impressive, old school, Big West style offensive day for them yesterday.
Yep, it's so difficult to pitch to Irvine because if you just live away, they're going to just pepper you the other way. If you come in, they're going to wear it, right? They're going to be 125 hit by pitches for the Eaters this year. So as a pitcher, you got to pick your poison and you better execute.
Carney to lead things off. That'll be Frankie Carney, Zach Felstad, and Alonzo Reyes against the right-hander Colin Clark. SoCal Natives' first pitch is outside of ball, 1-0. Yesterday, you noticed how significant Irvine was at running up the count on Vanderbilt pitching. That went outside. It's 1-1. So I went back and did a little bit number crunching here. This is not a very powerful lineup. They only struck out 6 times in the game against Vandy. In the first 8 innings, they sent 42 batters to the plate. They nearly went through the lineup 5 times. Called strike. Count 2-1. They got 12 free bases, either by hit by pitch or walk throughout the game, right? So they did a good job there. But they had more than half of their hitters get to 2 strike counts through the first 8 innings, 24 of the first 42. And yet they punched out only 6 times. But wait, there's more. One foul away. Yesterday, on the 196 pitches that Vanderbilt's pitching through,
which is bonkers.
That's a huge number. Irvine fouled off 30 pitches. 22 of those runs came with 2 strikes. I mean, they basically fouled off 2 innings worth of pitches from a standard game against the Vanderbilt pitching staff. This would be a tough play from Maloney. Makes it look easy for out number 1.
I mean, to your point, Coach Farron, they torture you with 2 strikes because they're not trying to do too much. They're just trying to hit a single the other way or middle of the field, but they will spoil the good stuff. And so, yeah, Connor Fennell, again, who they defeated yesterday for Vandy, that's as good as anybody. Huge strikeout rate, but they wouldn't let that happen.
1 out for Zach Felstad, a 3-hit game yesterday for the shortstop. Transfer a year ago from Ohio State, takes a strike, it's 0-1. Felstad moving into the shortstop role this year. He was a utility player last season. Here's the 0-1. He's behind 0-2.
It's going to be fun. Clark is going to throw 50% breaking ball and changeup, whereas Ojeda is going to throw 80% fastball. Just very different approaches. 2 really good arms, though.
The 0-2. That one slapped fair inside the bag at third and down the left field line. Felstad a big turn at first. It's a 1-out single. Oregon put the overshift on there, moving a third infielder to the right with 2 strikes, and Felstad made them pay.
And I think if you're Colin Clark, that's totally fine, right? Like, I think you got to dare Irvine to single you to death as opposed to let them blow up your pitch count and you're in the bullpen in the 5th.
Yeah, that's the difference with this Irvine team this year. Is the last couple there has been much more power in the group. They do not have a lot of power hitters, although Alonso Reyes has some pop. He is a very good hitter as he takes a strike. It's 0-1.
Tough to put a best player on this Irvine lineup yet, but I think Reyes and Felstad are the 2 that are jumping out right now.
I would agree on Reyes. I think he's a very good player. Excellent defender at first base. Surprisingly strong arm for a first baseman, too. He was a big 2-way player in high school. His last 2 years in high school, I think he had an ERA under 2.5. But he really has a good feel for hitting, had a nice finish to the year last year. He was a transfer a year ago out of Cerritos College. One of the most important, if not the single most important junior college program historically on the West Coast.
Wally Kincaid. Yeah, like when you look at the powerhouse that Cal State Fullerton has been, the historic power in baseball, boy, does a lot of that trace back to Cerritos College.
Here's the set.
The Falcons. Gosh, that was really bothering me. I couldn't remember the nickname. I had Vikings, I had Pirates, I had Eagles in my head. Falcons.
None of the above is the
Cerritos,
answer.
yeah. Well, Eagles, at least I was in the right animal family, sort of. Go Falcons.
Not building an aviary here, Runes. Here's the 0-2. In the dirt, 1-2. But I would think that Wally Kincaid, if he were looking down on this Irvine team, would be like, yeah, that's the way you do it, right? Because it's how do you play the inside game? How do you take what the pitcher is giving you? How do you run the bases well? How do you put pressure on the defense? And every once in a while run into a 3-run homer, but this feels like a very, very classic Big West style of squad. Runner bluffs going from first, and Reyes lines it to right field. That's a base hit. Laya over to get it. On his way to third is Felstad, and Irvine has him at the corners with 1 out in the first.
Three straight hitters that have gone to 2 strikes, and Irvine not sweating 2-strike at bats in any way, shape, or form. Just remarkable.
I'll bring up Augie Gutierrez, the cleanup hitter. Missed all of last year because of an injury and took a red shirt.
It's a good action time. 1st and 3rd, 1 out. You don't want to hit into a double play and give Oregon a ton of momentum.
And Gutierrez does not have an extra base hit this year. He's 2 for 13. He swings and skies one to right. It'll be deep enough to get home the run from 3rd. Laya under it has a great arm, but he'll throw to 2nd as Felstad scores, and Irvine takes the lead 1-0.
That is awesome baseball. You think about Irvine, they do all this damage with 2 strikes, and then Gutierrez comes up with a runner in scoring position and less than 2 outs. What does he do? First pitch, gets it on the field. I mean, they're just so fundamentally sound.
And here's Rowan Felsch. He swings and foul tips it into the glove of the catcher. 0-1. Felsch had a couple of hits yesterday. He's been off to a slow start this season. He was one of the more consistent offensive players on last year's Big West champion squad. Takes a strike. Count 0-2. Clark set. And the pitch. Popped up. Going out, the 3rd baseman Smith makes a nice running catch, and the inning is over. But Irvine gets on the board on the sacrifice fly from Gutierrez. We head to the 2nd, 1-0 Irvine. There's nothing like college baseball, and no one covers college baseball like D1 baseball. With reports from coast to coast and the most respected voices in the game, D1 covers college baseball every day of the year. To get the best of D1's coverage, become a subscriber. You can check it all out at d1baseball.com. From Las Vegas to Omaha, D1 Baseball keeps you on top of the action all season long. 1-0 Irvine as we start the 2nd inning. First of 2 today at the Live Like Lou Las Vegas College Baseball Classic. A little extra time for the inning. It's Mark Wazakowski having a conversation with the crew chief, the 3rd base umpire Steve Mattingly. Oregon's head coach as Ricky Ojeda goes back to work. Whew. And the first pitch is a strike to Gabe Miranda.
Sharp, sharp, sharp.
Ojeda's still trying to figure out how to be a starting pitcher. That's been one of the stories so far with the lefty. Fouled away.
He has a reliever's personality, and I mean that as a compliment. Like, Ricky Ojeda's not trying to talk it out, Coach Farron. He wants to. wants to trade hands. Let's be about it.
And I think that's been part of the issue there. Is there's a bouncer back through the middle for Miranda and a leadoff single to start the Oregon 2nd. The opening weekend, Ojeda was getting ready for his first start of the year on that Saturday, and he was like a closer, bouncing around the dugout and snarling and smoke coming out of his nose. More like a raging bull and less like Chevy Chase and Caddyshack, but he was going nuts. And then because he's still trying to figure this all out, and it is different. Last week he was a little bit more reserved, trying to manage his adrenaline, and he got knocked around pretty good by Cal. And so the question is, what does he learn from last week, and what can he take from these first 2 weeks? Because that would hit Maloney and the first who have reached for Oregon on the second. And I think that's one of the things that he's still trying to figure out. This coaching staff certainly trusts him to get it figured out.
Yeah, I think as a starter, hey, this situation's a perfect example. First and second, nobody out. As a reliever, sometimes what you can do in a pickle like this is just ramp yourself up and kind of out-effort it. Here, you got to take a breath and slow it down.
Drew Smith will bat. Squares to bunt and bunts it up along third and foul.
How about that? Oregon giving Irvine a little of their... Let's just be clear. Mark Wasikowski, the head coach at Oregon, did play at Pepperdine, and he's a West Coast guy through and through.
That was the proof. Smith is off to a terrific start this year, too. 13 for his first 27. With 3 home runs, he leads this club. He's already knocked in 18. He squares the bunt again, takes low, and the count 1-1. And we talked a little bit about it yesterday with Oregon. They faced George Mason and Youngstown State in 4-game series to open the year. So this is the biggest test that they've had. They beat up on Arizona pretty good last night. A really good bunt from Smith. And a nice play by Gutierrez to retire Smith. The sacrifice successful. It pushes 2 into scoring position with 1 out.
This is how talented Oregon is. And really, like, you love how bought in Oregon is. That's a senior, Drew Smith, a senior, bunting to put 2 runners in scoring position for a freshman. So, like, that tells me a lot about Drew Smith, and it tells me a lot about what Oregon thinks of Angel Laya.
A home run last night, already a 3 on the year for him as he takes a strike. It's 0-1. Laya, very impressive. He's
Great
behind
pitch.
0-2.
See, this is the closer in Ricky Ojeda. Get yourself back into a corner, and then your game comes up a notch.
Okay, thanks for giving me an out. Let's see if we can take care of the rest. Bounce to second, and Laya with 2 strikes knocks in a run to the ground out. We're tied at 1. Angel Laya knocking in his 12th run of the year. And how about the freshman putting it in play
Seriously,
with 2 strikes?
That is such a mature at bat where Ojeda just dots 2 strikes on you, and you still hang in there. You have the confidence to put a ball in the field and get your RBI. That is a special AB right there.
Here's the other super talented freshman for Oregon. This is Braden Jackson. Couldn't hold up. It's 0-1. There are a lot of people around the country that were very surprised that Jackson got to school. They thought he would be a high pick in the draft. Perfect game All-American a couple of years ago. 6', 6" catcher. And Ojeda continuing to pump in strikes. It's 0-2. The pitch.
Wow.
Called strike 3. Just painted him on the inside corner with the heater, and the inning is over. Oregon ties the game on the RBI ground out. We go to the bottom of the second, even at 1.
The good of the team.
Showing the same humility, courage, and determination that inspire our values and our work each and every day.
Humility,
courage, determination.
As the title sponsor of the Live Like Lou College Baseball Classics, we celebrate and honor Lou's legacy.
Together, we are uniting coaches, athletes, fans to leave ALS better than we found it.
For 2,130 consecutive games, Lou Gehrig showed up for his team. Now, we ask you to show up for us.
Join us in honoring Lou's legacy and supporting the more than 30,000 individuals living with ALS across North America by making a contribution today at livelikeLou.org/forthegood.
Fans text Lou Vegas Vegas to 50155 or visit fanchoicevegas.com to donate today and cast your vote for your favorite team's nominee to win the Live Like Lou Fan Choice Community Impact Player of the Tournament. Oregon's Ryan Cooney is currently in the lead, followed by Vanderbilt's England Bryan, Arizona's Tony Pluta, and UC Irvine's Tim Grack. Cast your vote today at fanchoicevegas.com and help us leave ALS better than we found it. Light breeze blowing here in Las Vegas ballpark as Colin Clark goes back to work for the second inning. In this 1-1 game. Clark last year as a freshman was in the rotation for most of the season. He started 13 games for Oregon.
How about he's an Irvine kid? I just noticed that. Santa Margarita Catholic in the Trinity League. He's probably played a bunch of these guys his whole life.
Well, and one of the reasons he ended up at Oregon is he didn't really get recruited until very late in the game. He didn't sign until the summer of his senior year. First pitch to the right-handed hitting Tommy Farmer, the transfer from Texas. This is inside a ball, 1-0. But I think that's the part that's so incredible to me is, here's this guy that earned a rotation spot right away as a sophomore. I think he said he was a sophomore before. He's a junior this year, but was such an important part of it. But he really was, almost overlooked, even though he was the Orange County Pitcher of the Year in 2023. He was not on anybody's radar before that.
Love that.
It was a surprising breakout for him. And his high school coach at Santa Margarita said that he is an absolutely fearless competitor. And he pitches like that, Runes. He's a guy that just attacks the zone.
Any pitch, any count, too, which is fun.
There's the 2-1. Called strike.
Ooh, okay. I'll tell you, I love Mark Wasikowski. Coaches tell us a lot with their lineup decisions the first few weeks of the season. I love them catching the freshman Jaxa with Clark, who's a guy that really needs a good receiver.
2-2. Fouled away off to the right and out of play.
And what I mean by that is, Colin Clark can't just rear back and blow your doors in. He's got a sequence. He needs to live on the fringes of the strike zone with multiple pitches. And I love that they're showing this kind of faith in Braden Jaxa.
2-2. Foul back. Well, they're fortunate that they're deep enough with Berkeley Mavis that they can do this, but the other part is that this gives them a little bit of a, I would think, a little bit of a platoon advantage with Jackson, the freshman, facing a lefty. Berkeley Mavis is a switch hitter, so that they can move that around a little bit, but this is one of the top young catchers in the country.
Wow.
Clark works over Tommy Farmer for out number 2. Number 1, excuse me. First strikeout for Colin Clark. Going to bring up Dylan Hillman.
I got right on right changeup here, and that's the thing for Clark. It's you better be ready for any pitch and any count.
So far this season, he's thrown that changeup about a quarter of the time to right-handed hitters, which is a massive total. You almost never see a guy that does that right on right like that.
It's a pretty average fastball, but he protects it so well that it plays up.
Hillman got the start yesterday and had a good day at the plate. Junior college transfer. Count 1-1.
Clark's got feel for that changeup today, boy. He's tremendous command of that pitch right now.
To short, the sure-handed Maloney will throw him out for out number 2. To Noah Alvarez, 1-1 game, bottom of the second. Alvarez, the transfer from Bakersfield. The school, not the town.
Like it.
And a big 2-run single that gave Irvine an early lead yesterday against Vanderbilt. It takes outside 1-0. very selective hitter last year. Jackson takes a strike and the count 1-1. Switching to the grip that he wants, and the righty rocks and fires. In the air to center, coming in is Brooks, who'll make the catch, and a 1-2-3 second for Clark. He's now set down 5 in a row. We head to the third, tied at 1.
Now at BJ's Restaurants, discover the new $13 Pizookie Meal Deal. With a choice of 8 great brewhouse entrees, like hand-breaded chicken parmigiana pasta or our classic cheeseburger. And the sweetest ending ever, a free personal Pizookie dessert. Your choice of signature flavors. An entree plus free dessert, just 13 bucks. That's a sweet deal. Only at BJ's Restaurant and Brewhouse.
The Live Like Lou Las Vegas Classic is brought to you by Peak Events, home of the best outside of Omaha. Download the official Peak Events app, available on iOS or Android Google Play, and follow us at peak.events on social media to keep up with the best in early season college baseball.
Donating 10% of all purchases back to the Live Like Lou Foundation.
This is the third year of this Las Vegas College Baseball Classic. The first year being able to partner with the Live Like Lou Foundation. We'll talk more about that throughout the day, including hearing from one of the directors of the foundation later tonight. There's Mark Wasikowski, head coach at Oregon, former national champion in 1992 with Pepperdine, playing for the great Andy Lopez. He was an assistant for Andy Lopez at Arizona, and then actually left right before they won the national championship to join the newly reformed Oregon Ducks program as an assistant to one of the great college baseball coaches of all time, George Horton.
Yep. Waz, as he's affectionately known, has done an awesome job at Oregon. Man, do they have talent on this roster. They really do a great job recruiting the West Coast.
There are two things about Mark Wasikowski that stand out to me about his style right now. One, he is, I would say, an up-tempo coach. We talked a little bit about this yesterday, in that there's a bunt, and Ojeda will underhand to first to get Brooks for out number 1. But he doesn't ask his players to do anything that he wouldn't, right? So if they're going to practice fast, he's going to practice fast. The other is that he is also going to be in the same shape of his players, which is 6'4" or taller and yoked.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're going to recruit the 42 longs, 44 longs, I suppose. Yeah, but watching them practice, the energy and the physicality are jarring.
I think Waz's forearms are jarring. This reminds me a little bit of when Matt Holliday was the volunteer assistant at Oklahoma State, and he would just put the giant forearms on the dugout rail. Like, I don't think that any of the players are going to want to arm wrestle Waz.
I think that's fair.
2-0, Cooney pops it up. And the catcher Ortega staying with it, looking right into the sun for out number 2. That'll be up to Jax Jimenez. Jimenez flied to right, and a nice running catch by Frankie Carney his first trip. 1-1 game, top of the third. Squares the bunt, takes a strike, 0-1. Boy, that is an aggressive 92-mile-an-hour fastball from Ojeda.
Sure is.
This is low.
I do like Oregon is showing Ojeda and Irvine a lot of stuff, like free swinging, some bunt game. Good pitch. Goodness, he's filling it up.
This will be the 35th pitch of the afternoon for Ojeda. And it's hit high and deep to left. Racing over is Felch to make the catch and then bangs into the fence and hangs on for out number 3. Rowan Felch, a nice running catch to end the inning.
Logistically, even within our home and financially, ALS is a very expensive disease, and we've been fortunate to connect with different organizations, and especially the Live Like Blue Foundation. They've been wonderful with this, not only the financial support, but really the emotional and spiritual support as well.
Even though I may look different and sound different, I'm still the same person. And that, in spite of that, you know, I'm still here and I'm still fighting, and this life is worth fighting for. Keep on pushing, even if you're not in my situation. You know, there's always an up to a down.
Fans, don't miss out on the Live Like Lou Foundation auction, where 100% of proceeds will go back to the Live Like Lou Foundation. Bid on items like Whataburger for a year, signed baseballs of your favorite teams and players, and more. The Live Like Lou auction. Auction will end March 8th. I'm going to take a picture of that QR code myself so I can see what exactly is up for grabs right now.
Any truth to the rumor that you invented the QR code, Coach Farron?
That is not. I did, but the problem is that I wanted to go with plaid instead of that check mark. It never quite caught on, Renz.
The plaid code, never. In a different universe, that was going to be the thing that changed American commerce.
9-1-2 for Irvine here in the third as Efren Ortega takes a strike.
Tell you what, Coach Farron, we're seeing some chucking going on. Like the art of pitching is happening right before our eyes. Love this.
Ortega fouls it off to the right and out of play. It's 0-2.
The question is, sometimes in games like this, it's just like it's one swing. One guy runs into a ball, and that kind of almost just happened.
It's a little early to start calling for that one swing, right? Ortega
there we go.
Places one to center field for a leadoff single.
That is pretty.
Yeah, we were talking at one of the inning breaks about how this ballpark sets up so well for Irvine, because they do hit a lot of singles, and there is a ton of space in the outfield. I mean, there aren't a whole lot of college fields that have this much ground to cover.
Another two-strike hit, by the way. I mean, making pitches to Irvine with 2 strikes is like going to the dentist.
Coach Rooney has the vapors right now. Runner goes, it's a bunt and run, and it'll put Ortega into scoring position with 1 out. Well, that was one of the things we were missing yesterday, but if you're playing Big West Baseball bingo, bunt and run has to be on your card.
Yeah. Get Felstad and Reyes a chance to produce a run.
There's a man who knows a little something about the bunt and run, former Big West Player of the Year, Ben Orloff, the head coach at Irvine. Played for the great Skip Gillespie. That one line foul by Felstad. It's 0-1. Is the biggest impact that the late Mike Gillespie had on your life that you call everybody coach because he called everybody coach?
He actually called everybody coacher.
Coacher.
He added an ER at the end, and I would never be, like, I could not in good conscience do that. Like, that was his. Now, coach, yes. Coacher, I just would never have the courage to do that.
Felstad up the alley, left center field on the run. Jimenez can't get there. It'll get to the wall. Ortega scores. Zach Felstad is 2 for 2, an RBI double. It's 2-1 Irvine. Just a beautiful swing backside. Jimenez kind of cut his rod off a little bit there.
Yeah, not a great, it's, you know, first of all, Felstad has swung the bat beautifully this weekend. I love Oregon's team, and like we talked about, this is an an Omaha roster. The outfield defense feels a little choppy to me so far for Oregon, if I'm nitpicking them. And I'll tell you, Coach Farron, I don't know if that's just people are getting used to different spots, or this park is unique, right? Like this is not an easy outfield park.
Well, Lyons played all right in rain. He's a very good defender out there. Brooks mishandled a base hit last night. It has been a little bit more adventurous for Jimenez in left, but you also have to remember he doesn't have that much time in the outfield. He was mainly a pinch runner a year ago, so there's probably some adjustment to playing every day too.
100%. And again, I want to reiterate, this park's not easy on outfielders. There's a lot of real estate to cover.
Last night it was the wind in left field. Right now it's the sun. That one inside to Reyes, 2-1. Reyes singled in the first. See Jax Jimenez. He's a really potent offensive player, though. Saw him homer yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's a trade, right? Like, if somebody can give you a dynamic offense, you'll live with the defense being just average.
3-1 the count. Big pitch here. Reyes, Irvine with a run home and another in scoring position in the third. Reyes takes ball 4. They'll bring up Augie Gutierrez. Well, I think to your point too, like if you're going to have, you know, we tend to look at defense on a spectrum, right? And the positions up the middle are the most valuable. And so there tends to be a, you know, balance between, hey, offensive requirements aren't nearly as important at catcher, shortstop, center field maybe as they are at other positions. Matt Flora, the pitching coach, out to the mound. But the bottom of that defensive spectrum tends to be left field and then first base. And to me, I think the defense at first base is even a little bit more important just because it's
100%.
It's catching the ball, right? It's more than just fielding it. And so if you're going to put a bat in the lineup somewhere to make sure that they're offensive, it's left field. That's the spot to get to.
Yep. By the way, Matt Flora, the pitching coach for Oregon now, came from San Diego. This is one of the best pitching coaches on the West Coast. And it just another example of how on point Mark Wasikowski's been running the Oregon program. Hey, you lose your pitching coach, Blake Hawksworth goes to Oklahoma State. Boom, Matt Flora is it's just an incredible hire.
Big spot here with Gutierrez up a sac fly in the first. 2-1 UC Irvine. They are threatening. Runners at first and second with one out. First pitch, squares to bunt, bunts it back to the mound. Firing to first is Clark, and that's the second out. A one-out sacrifice. There, Runes, was that him trying to bunt for a hit and just didn't get in the right spot?
Well, I think Irvine doesn't have a traditional offense. Like Augie Gutierrez is not their 4-hole hitter by choice. It's going to have to be a unique offense because of the personnel. I think he was probably trying to bunt for a hit. Yes.
2 outs for Rowan Felsch, 2 in scoring position. Outside, 1-0. It's kind of an interesting time because it felt a little bit like they had Clark on the ropes and they gave him an out there. See how the defense is positioned for the left-handed hitting Felsch. 0 for 1 today. Off to a slow start, although he had a couple base hits yesterday. Pulled everything. He takes upstairs, 2-0. And with the right-handed hitting Tommy Farmer on a deck, I wonder if he sees anything good to hit here. 2-0. Outside 3-0. This feels a little bit like a pitch around.
Yeah, I would definitely. Farmer, I think Clark's a much better matchup for Farmer.
And at 3-0, they will issue the intentional walk to Felch. So the bases are loaded, but there's 2 outs, and Farmer, the lone strikeout victim so far today for Clark. A big spot here. If Clark can get out of this jam, it might swing a little bit of momentum Oregon's way. Irvine looking for another 2-out hit. Farmer, first pitch. Takes down and away, 1-0.
This is a huge pitch. Sorry, Coach Fern. This is a big pitch because if you're Farmer, there's been some swing and miss. This is a chance to get something going.
The set. The 1-0 on its way. Farmer takes a strike.
Great pitch. I mean, that's Colin Clark, right? Like 1-0, huge spot. He ain't giving in. Just locates his changeup.
He's thrown 2 straight changeups to Farmer. As Farmer try to sit on one. The 1-1. Takes a high strike, and it's 1-2.
I mean, Colin Clark really masterclass in making pitches with runners in scoring position.
Boy, up and down here in this spot. I wonder if he's got anything that can spin away from Farmer if he's going to get him. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-2 pitch on its way. Bounce to second. Cooney has it, throws him out, and the inning is over. Irvine leaves him loaded, but they get a run to take the lead. We head to the 4th. Irvine 2, Oregon 1.
Dip into your Raising Cane's whenever the craving strikes for something hot and fresh and oh so delicious. Dip in for perfectly salted, crispy, crinkle-cut fries. Dip in for garlicky, buttered Texas toast. And of course, dip in for tender, hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers made just for you. At Raising Cane's, our secret cane sauce makes every dip a delight. Order on the app or online so you can dip out just as fast as you dipped in.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
The Live Like Lou Foundation. And funds research to find treatments and a cure. To learn more, visit livelikeLou.org. Beautiful afternoon here in Las Vegas. We've played 3. Irvine with a 2-1 lead over Oregon. Oregon 9-0. We were going through this earlier. There are only 8 teams left in the country that are undefeated. Oregon, one of them. 2 of them are Big Ten teams. Southern Cal, the other. You see, they took a no-hitter into the 11th inning against Cal Poly last night.
Really?
They lost a no-hitter but won the game.
The Golden Bears.
USC.
Oh, USC, sorry. Yeah, USC's pitching this year. You know, again, non-conference schedules are so disparate, it's hard to tell what's real, what's not, but man, they're dominating people.
I mean, that's a pretty good Cal Poly team that returns a lot of players, and they've shut them out the first 2 games of that 4-game set this weekend. First pitch to Dominic Helmet in the dirt, 1-0. The other undefeateds, I got to find my list to make sure I get it right. There were 3 in the SEC: Texas, Texas A&M, and Mississippi State. So Oregon and USC makes 5, right? You're gonna have to help me with the math. UMass is one of them. Maybe it's 7, and New Mexico is undefeated as well. UMass is only 4-0. I don't know if they get partial credit for that.
Yeah, the Minutemen.
They've only played for a minute.
Oh, nice pitch.
This is 3-1 to the hulking Dominic Hillman.
Was the ball caught too much of the plate? It did travel the length of the batter's box, though.
Inside, and it hit him. Would have been ball 4 anyway.
Hellman's disposition at the plate reminds me of my dad when the Rooney kids were not getting chores done he's annoyed. He's on his last nerve.
He's Clu Haywood. I mean, that's who he is, right? Like, he's this massive hulking presence that
great call.
Hit ball far.
What was his first name?
Clue.
Clue,
right?
I didn't know that.
Clue Haywood in
like
the Major League.
Yeah, I knew Haywood. I just didn't know the Clue part. Love that. Great reference, Coach.
Of course, you know who played him, right?
No.
Former American League Cy Young Award winner Pete Vukovich played Clue Haywood.
That's amazing. Elite command over there.
Gabe Miranda bats there. You see Hellman tying his shoe. My guess is that he could ask for help with that, and everybody would say, "Yes, sir, Mr. Hellman."
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
happy to help out.
Let me jump on that.
I mean, he is every bit of 6'6". In the dirt. Boy, that was a heck of a stop by Ortega. This is incredible. Dominic Hillman and Alonso Reyes. There is a little bit of a size difference between the two. I got to see. Reyes is listed at 5'10".
What's the wrestler, the Big Show? Is that, I'm getting over my wrestling skis right now.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a...
Will, you got anything? Big wrestler, the Big Show, the, all right,
I think you're right.
We'll Google that.
Swings a miss. Ojeda made quick work of Miranda for out number 1.
I'll tell you, Ojeda, for a guy that throws a ton of fastballs, the off-speed stuff has been outstanding today. And when I say off-speed, really it's curveball slider. I don't know that we've seen a changeup.
And he's got a very good changeup that he'll use a fair amount, right? So, out to Maddox Maloney. Maloney hit by a pitch his first trip. He takes a strike. It's 0-1.
Big Show is a wrestler. Only with a great goatee like Hellman. Only problem, the Big Show is bald, shaved head.
Inside, and it hit Maloney the second time he's been hit by a pitch today. 3 hit by pitch for Ojeda. And boy, the last thing you want to do is give up too many free bases to this Oregon team if you're Irvine, and that got him right on that ankle bone.
Yeah. And that's where Oregon's offense is so scary, because they create usually it's one or the other. You're their team that creates traffic and scores in small bunches, or you're a team that just overpowers the field. I think Oregon's both. They create a lot of traffic, and then they can run into a ball on you.
Danny Babona out to visit pitching coach, former Irvine star. A quick conversation with Ojeda here. Drew Smith sacrificed his first trip, but he has been one of the hottest hitters in this red-hot Oregon lineup. I know you were saying yesterday that you're surprised that he's never really hit for power at Oregon, but it started to come early this year with 3 home runs already. Big spot with 1 out and 2 on, and that one misses high. It's 1-0. Fouled away. One and one. That one fouled off his foot. And the count 1-2. Rins, looking at some of the data on Ojeda on his fastball.
What do you got?
Oh, that one stinks. It's not like it's a crazy, it's crazy. It's not like he has this super low release. It's not like he's got a flat angle. I think the key with it is that he probably hides it really well, and the fact that he can command it inside to righties.
Yes. If you can throw your fastball into righties as a left-handed pitcher in college baseball, world is your oyster.
You can do that in the big leagues too. I mean, that's what would give Ojeda a chance there. Is like Patrick Corbin lived for years as a 2-pitch pitcher and went to multiple All-Star games just by going fastball slider into righties. He never really had something off speed against them, but it makes for an uncomfortable at bat. Just missed low. 2-2.
This is really fun because Ojeda's obviously a draft prospect, but so are most of Oregon.
Yeah.
So if you're a scout, you're loving this matchup.
Fouled away. I would say Clark is too. I mean, this is
Yeah.
This is a really good Saturday, these two squaring off here. The main event tonight involves a pair of sophomores who likely will be first rounders a year from now in the 2027 draft. Smith Bailey goes for Arizona. He'll be opposed by Austin Nye for Vanderbilt, who is sensational. Just missed again. And the count is full. Now let's see, they put the runners in motion with one out here and Smith up. Hellman doesn't run great at second. Not going. Ball 4 and the bases are loaded.
One heck of an at-bat right there by Drew Smith. That's wild. Drew Smith hitting 6. That tells you the depth of this lineup. Like, he's got 3-hole hitter vibes.
And here's Angel Laya, who knocked in a run with a ground out his first trip. Freshman right fielder, 32 at-bats this season, no strikeouts for him. Outside, it's 1-0. That's right, he hasn't had a single strikeout. This is a power hitter. The set, the 1-0, 2-0. And now this will be the biggest pitch of the afternoon so far. Bases loaded, one out. Oregon batting, trailing by a run in the 4th. The pitch. Bounce to second, could be 2. To Felstad for 1, on to first, a double play. And Ojeda fired up as he stalks off the mound. Laya hits into the twin killing to end the 4th. To the bottom of the 4th, leading 2-1.
As the title sponsor of the Live Like Lou College Baseball Classics, we celebrate and honor Lou's legacy.
For 2,130 consecutive games, Lou Gehrig showed up for his team. Now, we ask you to show up for us.
Join us in honoring Lou's legacy and supporting the more than 30,000 individuals living with ALS across North America by making a contribution today at livelikelou.org/forthegood.
If you love college baseball, you need D1 Baseball, the nation's foremost source for college baseball coverage. No one else covers the game every day of the year, from recruiting to fall practice to the race for postseason glory. Get it all at D1Baseball.com. And to get the best of our coverage, become a D1 Baseball subscriber. From Las Vegas to Omaha, D1 Baseball keeps you on top of the action all season long. Beautiful Las Vegas ballpark. You got a good one this afternoon. Irvine leading Oregon 2-1. Colin Clark has given up single runs in the 1st and the 3rd. Pitched out of a little bit of a jam. Last thing, things could have gotten sideways on both of these starters so far, Runes, but they have made big pitches when they have to. And I think if you're Colin Clark, you know if you can limit the big innings, not allow multi-run innings with his offense. And I know Irvine's only given up 2 or more runs in an inning, I think twice this year, but man, he's got an offense that if they keep creating opportunities like they did in the last inning, they're going to have a ton of success.
Yeah, I think game manager has a negative connotation, but when you're playing for a great team, that's what winning baseball is.
Hillman hits one in the air to left center, and racing it down is the center fielder Brooks for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out to start the 4th. Here's Noah Alvarez. I don't know that Oregon fans are used to game managers. I mean, they tend to have dynamic quarterbacks, right? So
fair.
Really think Bo Nix was a game manager? Come on now.
For the Broncos, not for the Ducks.
First pitch is a strike to Alvarez. Alvarez flying to center his first trip. And he flies to center again. Brooks fighting the sun a little bit, but he's camped under it for out number 2.
It feels like this game has kind of taken a breath because it's been pretty intense so far. I think it's a compliment to the 2 lineups and Ojeda and Clark. Just been a lot of trading punches.
These are 2 teams that knew they were going to be in for a fight this afternoon and are ready to rumble. Like they're ready to scrap.
Up for it.
I mean, I think that's one of the things that's impressive about Oregon is like they're a big physical team, but they're not afraid to get down in the trenches and get dirty. And I have to think that some of that is their head coach being a West Coaster, right?
Yep.
Like, I mean, this is the style of play that the Pac-12, the Big West, the WCC, like we're all founded on.
Yep. I think like when you're trying to get to Omaha, which is clearly the goal for both these programs, sometimes your trip to Omaha, there's some good fortune where you just don't run into the teams that can expose your weaknesses. Other times you feel like you've just got to be perfect, and I feel like for Oregon right now, they've clearly identified what's holding them back from Omaha, pitching depth, and they've clearly addressed it.
On the ground, diving, stop by Smith, and he fires to first to get Ortega. Drew Smith taking away a base hit from Ortega to end the inning. The third baseman throwing some leather as we head to the 5th, 2-1 Irvine.
I am ready. What's up?
From the front row to the upper level. From epic concerts to heart-stopping games. Tickets for Less puts you where the action is. Experience the thrill of live events like never before. Every seat holds a story. Find yours at ticketsforless.com and never pay service fees.
In 1939, as ALS symptoms began to weaken him, Lou Gehrig selflessly took himself out of the Yankees lineup for the good of the team today. For the good of our team and the ALS warriors we serve, please go to livelikeLou.org/forthegood to make a donation and help us provide support for ALS families when they need it most. Peak Events will match every dollar raised up to $25,000. Beautiful day across the Vegas area. Just off the strip there. We are in the Summerlin neighborhood, the Las Vegas ballpark, AAA home of the Las Vegas Aviators, the Athletics AAA team. Of course, the Athletics will be moving to Vegas in 2029. Temporary home in Sacramento. That was looking at video yesterday. They just broke ground a couple months ago on the new stadium on the Strip where the Tropicana used to be. They already put in the escalators yesterday.
Love that. What'd you tell us, Coach Ren? They build them fast. They build things fast in Vegas.
That's what I was having breakfast with a friend today, and he was like, "Yeah, we build things fast here." So we're gonna miss by Braden Jackson.
The A's have a fun college baseball contingent on that team, too. Jacob Wilson of GCU, Nick Kurtz of Wake Forest, Brent Rooker of Mississippi State.
Former SEC Player of the Year, won the SEC Triple Crown his draft year. Ojeda lost it in the sun, can't find the handle, and I think it's going to go as a base hit, but that was a play that looked like Ojeda had a beat on and looked right up into the sun and lost it.
Oh, man, if you're Ojeda, you're going to be very mad because there's a million ways that this was an out, and this was the one way it was not an out. Couldn't catch it because the sun, then we kicked it twice. Oh, man, baseball, torturous sport sometimes.
They gave him an error on that. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Jack Brooks. Third baseman playing in. Brooks squares to bunt, takes a strike, it's 0-1.
I mean, Oregon showed bumped more today than Irvine, I think.
And we're going to get a quick conversation. Jack Marta, they have changed it. It is a base hit. They changed it to a single.
Good thing you score your games with a pencil there, Coach Farron.
That's why I keep the pencil sharpener around. Mark Wazakowski doing most of the talking in that conference. You see this beautiful day. Folks getting in on the berm. Ah, yes. And the best part of the berm, rolling down the hill. Back to the top. That is going to be, that young lady is going to have a very angry parent at home doing laundry, because it's going to be grass stained like your pants used to be.
Love it.
Throw it to first to the runner back. Conference over.
That's a pretty good move to first now.
This is 3 straight innings that Oregon has had the leadoff man aboard against Ojeda, and this is not a way that you want to live. It is a dangerous situation. I'm sorry, 3 of the last 4. Bunted in the air. Ortega coming back, and he can't make the play as he crashes into the wall. Boy, he got out of his stance quickly. That's some real athleticism from Ortega.
Sure is. Boy, that is your worst nightmare as a punter.
Look at how quick he gets back there.
I mean, as he ran after that as if there isn't a wall there. That's
I mean,
incredible.
Between him and Rowan Felch crashing into things, you may want to take it just a little easy. 0-2 the count.
Slash.
Out of the way.
Now look at how disciplined the Irvine defense was, though. Like no one loves Slash more than me. You show sack early, pull back and swing. But I thought Irvine, great camera work there too. Irvine did a great job not rushing out of position.
Another throw over.
And that's smart too. I mean, this is 5D chess right now, where if you're Ojeda, you pick to first periodically just to see if the offense is going to give their cards away.
Brooks is way up in the front of the box. I mean, his toes are on the front line. Trying to slash again, and he takes outside. Tying run at first, nobody out. Fouled away again.
I think I'd go back to that breaking ball if I was Ojeda. Brooks took it, and it was a ball, so I guess you got to call it a good take. But I don't think he saw that pitch very well.
Takes away. 2-2. See way up in the box again, and another throw over to first. I mean, if the slash works, he's going to end up with probably second and third. Felch is fairly deep. Third baseman Gutierrez is playing way in again. He pulls back, and he chops it foul. That was another fastball. So he's gone, what, fastball, slider, fastball the last 5 pitches. Maybe time to double up.
It is interesting, too, because when you slash, you're just kind of playing pepper. So the bat to ball should be very strong in that regard. There's no weight transfer. You're just trying to get the barrel to the baseball.
You're probably not looking for a strikeout here, right, on the mound. You're just looking for, hoping to get a spot that's not on the barrel, get weak contact at somebody. 2-2 again, and that one slashed to short and should be 2. Felstad to the bag himself, on to first, and Reyes can't find the handle. Fielder's choice, Brooks is safe. Boy, that should have been a double play. Circle that.
Maybe the throw from Felstad's a little low. No.
A little bit. It's not in the dirt. I think it just went through the glove of Reyes.
Interesting.
Top of the order now with Cooney. There's no error on the play. Just cannot assume the double play. Throw over to first, and diving back is Brooks.
Just a very uncharacteristic defensive miscue. Not an error, but I'm going to call it a miscue, if you can pardon the nomenclature.
It is a play not made, right? And that's something I'm sure that has been circled in the Irvine dugout. Brooks 5 of 5 in stolen base attempts so far this year. Second on the team in steals. Not going. First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. Bruins, how do you want to play this with Cooney up? We know he's got power. He's a very good hitter. But are you looking to get the runner in motion here?
No, because Ojeda's move is good. I would let Cooney hit. He's been so good. He's probably tough to double up too. He's a good runner.
Yeah. Bounces that one foul. It's 0-2.
I also think for Oregon, I'd be concerned about Ojeda's pitch count. Like 69 pitches, that's low. And I would want to just not give away outs or, just play it straight up for a minute.
The 0-2 to center, racing in is Farmer, and he'll make the. Oh, he dropped it. They're going to have a fielder's choice at second if he can get to the ball. Boy, Irvine kicking it around a little bit in this inning, and that's the second out. No harm, no foul, but Cooney takes over at first.
Irvine really testing our scorebook skills right now. I mean, in fairness to Farmer, that he really came a long way and was fighting it. I don't think it's real comfortable in the air right now, but you got to give Farmer credit. It looked like he was getting ready to panic, and he did not panic.
Talked himself out of panicking.
Yes.
Remember, this inning started with Ojeda missing a pop-up on the infield, again, kind of losing it in the sun. That seemed to be part of what Farmer was fighting there. And there was also so no errors in this inning. It was a missed catch at first and a potential double play, but that one gets away from Ortega.
That said, I think Ricky Ojeda may have, not some direct words with individuals in the dugout, but I think there might be some outbursts. Like if you're Ojeda, who's, he runs pretty hot.
Yeah, but he also, helped to contribute to
That's what I'm saying. Like this inning's not been pleasant. Wow. Now that is pleasant if you're him.
I mean, he also is just a fearless competitor out there.
Yes.
That was evident from the moment he stepped on campus.
Yeah, he's an animal on the mound. It is awesome. You could see why Irvine used him the way they did the first 2 years. Like, you get a chance to win a game, give him the ball, and yes.
Well, they did that yesterday with Ryder Brooks, and he took them almost all the way home after a 5-inning start from Trevor Hansen. And today, they're in a similarly good situation in that they can go to Tim Grack and Hunter Manning to be able to close it out if they feel like they have a chance to win the game. That's one of the great advantages, Ruins, of the college baseball schedule is that only playing 4 games a week, it means that even games where you're down a run are high leverage games, right? And you can treat them like in a different way than a lot of major league teams do. That liner caught but first by Reyes, and the inning is over. It was sloppy defense, but it doesn't hurt Irvine. We've halfway through this one. They lead Oregon 2-1.
ALS is a very expensive disease, and we've been fortunate to connect with different organizations, and especially the Live Like Blue Foundation. They've been wonderful.
This life is worth fighting for. Keep on pushing, even if you're not in my situation. There's always an up to a down.
special night. It's going to be the same intensity, the same competitiveness, and the same kind of pitchers on the attack that we've seen this afternoon. With maybe just a little bit more stuff. Austin Nye, I am unbelievably enamored with, the Vanderbilt starter.
I like Nye is it's like the big league right-hand starter kit, right? Like it's physical, it's arm strength. I felt like the nitpick on Nye was what's the out pitch, but it feels like he's fixed that this year.
I saw him late last year in a midweek. You know, he was their midweek starter last year. And I saw him against Louisville, and it was 3 pitches, and both the changeup and the slider were really good. Like, I think whoever was nitpicking may have seen him early in the year. Remember, he went a couple of years without pitching because of injury.
Yep.
But
probably
man,
why they got
really
him to campus, too,
well,
right?
See, the only reason that they did was because of the injury. I mean, he hadn't pitched since May of 23 when he made his debut last year. Kearney takes a strike, 2-2. Top of the order for Irvine here in the 5th. They lead 2-1. Kearney, a ground out and a sacrifice punt. In the air to left. Jimenez going back, still going back to the fence. It's off the wall and bounding back towards the infield. Kearney, a big turn at second. He'll hold on there with a leadoff double. Did not get all of that, but you can see Jimenez got turned around and wasn't quite sure where the fence was, and well, he ended up not being anywhere really near that. I think he thought it was going to slice back towards the line a little bit more.
I don't know that it's catchable anyway. Just, you know, it's most of the way up the wall, but he did have a tough time finding that baseball.
Here's Felstad. He hits it in the air, shallow left, coming in Jimenez, and this will be a much more routine play for him for out number 1. So let me ask you a question, since you're you keep calling me coach, you're the only coach in this conversation. When you have a guy who has been fighting it the way that Jimenez does, how do you rebuild his confidence out there that he can go back? Because that just seemed like he was a little uncertain on everything on that ball defense.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tricky question because you got to win games, and you're probably taking them out late in the game with a lead.
Which they did yesterday with Elijah Cook coming in.
And, you know, players just have to be mature enough to deal with that. You know, the only way you can gain confidence is rep it out, right? Like, great work in practice. Go play a bunch of games this summer.
Here's the 1-0. Check swing foul, 1-1. I do think that sometimes when you play in ballparks that you're unaccustomed to, the style of, that the wind will do odd things, right?
Yes.
That's another part that, it's not to make excuses, it's to just kind of explain. So, you know, there isn't a left field grandstand or foul territory grandstand to the same level at PK Park that there is here. I saw this last year, we were talking about Sacramento, where the A's are playing. They had an issue with first basemen who were unable to field foul pop-ups on the first base side because there was no second and third deck on the stadium.
Oh, wow.
And so it was blowing the ball back towards the field. And so I always wonder about that, is if you're not used to the way the ball is coming up the bat, it's not like you get a ton of time to work here. And certainly this is the earliest that Oregon has been on the field here. This is a big pitch with Reyes up. 3-1 the count, man at second. And he takes ball 4.
I also think at PK Park, you know, they have moved the fences in over time, and there's just not that much real estate to cover, so you're less exposed out there, which, you know, again, would be another reason, to your point earlier, why Mark Wasikowski would be motivated to trade some defense in or gain offense out there.
2 on, 1 out for Gutierrez. And a quick conference on the mound as Jackson, the freshman catcher, is going to head out. Gutierrez bunted in this same situation as last trip. He was credited with a sacrifice.
I wonder if Irvine, I mean, let's be honest, Augie Gutierrez has been an incredible utility player for them and a program guy, but he's sitting in the 4-hole right now because they're not sure who their ultimate 4-hole hitter is. That said, like, how about hit and run here?
Yeah, you've got a guy that's going to throw strikes, right?
Yeah, I would think even if it's changeup or slider, you get a pitch you can get the barrel to.
First and second, 1 out. Irvine leading by a run in the 5th. First pitch. There's a strike. It's 0-1. Started it with a breaking ball. Well, he will just kitchen sink you. He manages the game really well, Runes, but he also doesn't give in. Like it's a really good balance.
Yeah, if you get a fastball and a fastball count, it's the time that you're not. He's already got you so focused on the other stuff.
Listen, he's walked Reyes twice, and both times it's felt like he wasn't going to let him beat him.
Yeah,
and with Felch on deck, when he had a base open, he moved him along. He's ahead 0-2. Runners aren't going. He takes off the plate.
Yeah, it does feel like Felch is the more likely 4-hole hitter, but then you go 4 straight lefties.
Well, I think it's Castagnola is the guy that they'd like to get there, but he is off to a 2-for-26 start to the year. He had a hit yesterday coming off the bench for Gutierrez. That one fouled away again. I think they trust Castagnola the most defensively too, but
yeah. Gutierrez is like the ultimate program guy. Like you talk to the Irvine coaches about Augie Gutierrez, and they're like, yes, we want this guy in our program all day long. Good take.
Takes outside. 2-2.
Yeah, get 2 strikes on an eater at your own peril. That'll cost you 5 more pitches.
Two. Foul away.
Ooh, that's good. I mean, it's like not an ideal at bat, but Augie Gutierrez is going to get his pound of flesh one way or another. Like there is some function to this.
Now, part of their philosophy is that if we can make their bullpen have to get more than 10 outs, we feel like we've got a chance. And part of that is just running up pitch counts. Way outside, and the count is full.
And this is where, and Clark's very composed, but this is where most of your pitchers, they start to get a little frustrated.
3-2, 1 out. 2-1 Irvine. As they threaten with men at first and second. The pitch, slap foul.
Wow. I mean, if you're playing Irvine, whatever relief pitchers are on foul balls that day, you better stretch because you're going to be active.
Don't get you running in too early, kids.
That's right. Make sure the glutes are activated.
Off the end of the bat and foul. Boy, he was fooled on that pitch and still got a piece of it.
Yes, he fouled that off with his knuckles right there. That was well done. I mean, there's one pitch that works here. It's fastball in, but you're not throwing that 3-2. Like that's too risky of a pitch.
Bounce back through the middle, off the glove of a sliding Cooney into left center field. A run will come home to score. Reyes to third. It's an RBI single for Gutierrez, and Irvine leads 3-1. Pitch number 10 of the at-bat.
There's a lot of candidates, but I don't know that we've seen a better at-bat today than that. That is just absolute blood and guts at-bat right there for Augie Gutierrez. Well done.
And now here's Felch, who's 0-for-1 with a walk. Boy, Cooney got there and just in and out of his glove, and I'm not sure if he would have had an out anywhere, but it would have saved the run for the moment. And now you wonder if Gutierrez is able to put some pressure on the young catcher Jackson to throw. He has not attempted a stolen base this year.
I would like that. I think he's got a cannon for an arm.
Fouled away.
I mean, Augie Gutierrez, how do you win that at bat? I mean, it did not start well, and he flat out won that at bat. That is so impressive.
There just was no chase. And when he did go outside the zone, it was to fight off pitches. Inside, it's 1-1. Now, I guess the one thing about running with Gutierrez here is that you run the risk of taking out the bat out of Felch's hand again. Again, off to a slow start this year, but he was one of Irvine's more consistent players down the stretch last year.
Yeah, so you wonder, like, Felsch not getting going yet. Like, do you like hit and run here to maybe get him dialed in on something different? Do you like run and hit? Yeah, a lot of choices here.
Bouncer foul. Count 1 and 2 to Felsch. Action in the Oregon bullpen.
What a well-played game. This has been crisp, both like offensively and defensively.
See the action of the Oregon pen. Michael Mechna getting loose.
Oh, nice job by Jaxa. Boy, you wish Gutierrez had advanced on that. I know that's a tough read, but the double play is still in order.
But again, if you advance there, do you run the risk of taking the bat out of Felsch's hands? I mean, this is the guy you want hitting in this spot. 2-2. Felsch rifles one foul. Out in front on that fastball. That was a pitch up in the zone.
Yeah, you're right, because the Farmers at bats against Clark have not been great. He is not seeing it great against Clark. I'd still want to trade in the double play, but I hear what you're saying.
Like, if you want to start him 2-2 for a hit and run, I get it. And that one missed low. What a take that was by Felsch.
Good take, yep.
That was either he was fooled or he saw it all the way. That was a changeup, and it was just below the zone. It was a good call by Patrick Riley, our home plate umpire. Now Gutierrez has to be on the move. You'd think 3-2. He's not. And Felsch down on strikes. Went back to the changeup and had him way out in front, 2 outs. I think that answered the question on the previous pitch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, 3-2 changeup in a huge spot. That's well done, Colin Clark.
Is that right? Is that only the second strikeout for Clark?
Yeah, it would make sense. They're impossible to strike out.
It's Matt Florer on his way out to the mound. .84 pitches now as the pitch count has really blown up. It's been a 20-pitch inning. And that's going to be it for Clark here with 2 outs in the 5th. Florer pointing to the bullpen, and we'll have a pitching change. Oregon going to go to the right-hander, Michael Mechna, the Omaha native, coming in. We'll tell you more about him in just a moment. Irvine with runners at the corners and a run home. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th, leaving Oregon 3-1.
From the front row to the upper level. From epic concerts to heart-stopping games. Tickets for Less puts you where the action is. Experience the thrill of live events like never before. Every seat holds a story. Find yours at ticketsforless.com and never pay service fees.
The new pitcher for Oregon is the right-hander Michael Mechna. Out of Elkhorn South High School in Omaha, trying to help the Ducks get to the Men's College World Series so he can pitch at home. This is his 3rd appearance of the year, and he's been very good so far, not allowing a run and punching out 4.
That's what's amazing about this weekend is, and again, not being disrespectful, George Mason had an excellent season last year. Youngstown State gave Auburn everything they wanted opening weekend. But for the pitchers for Oregon getting in there this weekend, this is a whole different level. Whole different level of stress.
I mean, listen, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to speak for you. I think we feel like the Big Ten and the legacy Big Ten schools, after getting punched in the mouth by Oregon, USC, UCLA, and Washington last year, have come out to fight a little different. But Colin Clark is going to win a lot of games in that conference, because This Irvine lineup is a nightmare for a strike thrower because they will fight off pitches. I thought Colin Clark pitched way better than what his line looks like today.
Agreed, yeah. And, you know, in many ways, he delivered the bullpen a winnable game.
Tommy Farmer bats against Mechna. The first pitch from the righty, a breaking ball outside. It's 1-0. Yeah, he kept his team in the game. That is for sure. But I think there are going to be a fair amount of 6- and 7-inning outings out of him. And it's a great compliment to Will Sanford, who is all power, swing and a miss, 1-1 on Fridays. So you have the power guy, and then you have a Saturday starter that can just eat a ton of innings.
Yeah, that is, in a weekend series format, that would be hard.
The 1-1. Farmer fouls it away. It's 1-2. Farmer today hitless in 2 trips. Runners at the corners of 2 outs, and Irvine another run home in the inning, leading 3-1. Fouled away again. And I think, too, if you're Oregon and you get out of this without any further damage, you're feeling like, okay, we know at some point we can pull up multiple runs in an inning. We have that kind of power, and they have had traffic against Ricky Ojeda so far. Ojeda's made a ton of big pitches when he's needed to. The 1-2, down low.
That's a good take. That's Tommy Farmer's going to be a key guy for Irvine. Like, he's going to play because he's such an elite center fielder, but the question is, how do you unlock the offense that you know's in there?
He swings and hits one in the air to left. Jimenez on the warning track makes the catch, and the inning is over. Irvine scratches across another run. We've played 5. They lead Oregon 3-1.
The all-new $13 Pizookie meal deal at BJ's Restaurants. Choose from 8 great brewhouse entrees and get the sweetest ending ever, a free personal Pizookie dessert. An entree plus free dessert, just $13. That's a sweet deal.
It is their oldest athletic program, but Oregon baseball went away for a number of years.
Now, we ask you to show up for us.
Join us in honoring
as they removed
and supporting the more than 30,000
the program from
ALS across North America by making a contribution
existence after the 1981 season, and then it came back in 2009. So 28 years without baseball.
So close to Omaha, Oregon. You know, under George Horton, that Kent State Super Regional in 2012, just unbelievable. And now under Mark Wasikowski, it is just a matter of time. It's not an if, it's a when for Oregon getting back to Omaha.
Oregon, the first year back, went 14-42. George Horton, one of the greatest coaches in college baseball history, led him to a 40-win season the next year. First pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt, Dominic Hellman. It's 1-0. They went to a super regional in 2012. They made it super regionals in 23 and 24 under Mark Wasikowski. Wasikowski was an assistant on that 2012 team. 4 straight regionals. Fouled away. And they have not had a losing season since that first year back. I'm sorry, they had 1. George Horton's last year, they were 27 and 29. That was it.
It is incredible what you just said. Like in 2009, that really rough season, and it's 3 super regionals. We know regionals are very, very, very hard to win, and they've won 3 of them.
They hosted a super regional in 2023, and the first 2 games of that super regional against Oral Roberts were instant classics. And that's going to be an infield hit for the big man Hellman. And it was body blocked by Alvarez at second, but he couldn't pick it up cleanly. We do not want to keep giving opportunities to this Oregon offense if you're Irvine. 4th time in 6 innings they've had the leadoff man aboard. It's been, I mean, the first 2 games of that super regional with Oral Roberts, each team coming back from, 7-8 run deficits to win it. They were incredible. Back to the mound. Ojeda with a chance to turn 2. 1-6-3. No, save it first. Miranda beat the wrap. I think Irvine's going to want to challenge this. See what Coach Rooney thinks.
It's a hard double play to turn. Travis Eggert, I mean, he's got the best look. He's right on top of that play.
To me, in real time, it looked like he was out. But
yeah, good hustle by Gabe Miranda. Give him credit. You'd think a first baseman would be just donezo on that. No offense. No, respectfully.
Why? Because you're looking at the guy in T-ball who was moved to first base because his coach told him that's where slow outfielders going to die. I'm not making that up.
That's amazing.
Ben Orloff, the head coach at Irvine, calling for the challenge here. Yeah, you're right. It was, and it's not like Ojeda took a ton of time. He made sure he got in a position to make a good throw.
The runner peeled off, and it almost is like that slowed Felstedt down.
It didn't feel like the timing on that play was all that off, though. You get another look here.
Yeah, he's busting it down there.
Yeah, I think they got him by just an eyelash. Steve Manningly, our crew chief. Runner is out. It is a double play, and Ojeda with a point to Felstedt. 1-6-3, 2 outs. And here's Maddox Maloney. Maloney's been hit by a pitch twice today. This is the biggest star on this Oregon roster. He is a favorite of scouts. He will be a likely first rounder. Maybe the 3rd or 4th college shortstop off the board in this coming draft. Obviously, Rock Chalowski at UCLA is at the top. Justin LeBron at Alabama. You've got Tyler Bell at Kentucky when he comes back from his shoulder, which sounds like it's going to be soon. Maloney's in that next mix.
Did you see Monster Milam of LSU, what his stats were through 2 weekends? No errors, no strikeouts.
To center, there's Farmer, a very quick inning for Ricky Ojeda, and a scoreless 6th. Through 5.5, it's 3-1 Irvine.
In 1939, Lou Gehrig selflessly took himself out of the Yankees starting lineup for the good of the team.
Showing the same humility, courage, and determination that inspire our values and our work each and every day.
Humility.
Courage. Determination.
As the title sponsor of the Live Like Lou College Baseball Classics, we celebrate and honor Lou's legacy.
Together, we are uniting coaches, athletes, fans to leave ALS better than we found it.
For 2,130 consecutive games, Lou Gehrig showed up for his team. Now, we ask you to show up for us.
Join us in honoring Lou's legacy and supporting the more than 30,000 individuals living with ALS across North America by making a contribution today at livelikeLou.org/forthegood.
Fans don't miss out on the Live Like Lou Foundation, where 100% of proceeds will go back to the Live Like Lou Foundation in their auction. Bid on items like Whataburger for a year, signed baseballs of your favorite teams and players, and more at the Live Like Lou auction. Auction will end on March 8th. Currently, the bid for a free year of Whataburger is $380.
Feels like, well, it feels like your annual physical is not going to go great, but financially, that seems like a good deal.
Now, there's travel packages for both this and the Jacksonville.
Bidding's still going on.
Classic,
Bidding's still
Classic. Oh yeah, through March 8th. Were you not listening to us?
So Joe Healy, our good friend Joe Healy of Deal Baseball, doesn't need to drive here to bid. He can do this online.
No, he can do it online. That's why we put up the QR code.
Send him the plaid code.
Look at some of the success that the Las Vegas Aviators have had. Winning a division championship in 2019. First pitch hit on the ground by Dylan Hillman. It'll be a tough play for the pitcher covering, and he gets there late. It's an infield single. It was a nice sliding play by Cooney to get there, but with Miranda off the bag, the pitcher a little late getting over. Mechna not quite able to get there. And then lost the ball.
Yeah, I mean, really nice play by Cooney. A very tough play for the pitcher.
Here's Noah Alvarez. 3-1 Irvine. They've scored single runs in the first, third, and the fifth, and you would have to think Alvarez is probably bunting here. Handles the bat pretty well. Throw over to first. It wasn't giving anything away.
We don't know what kind of athlete Mechna is or was, etc. But I think reliever, Mechna throws a ton of sliders. I would absolutely be bunting at him if I was Irvine and trying to make him play some defense.
Not bunting, and he takes upstairs, ball one. You also have to wonder if, this is a guy who had, 7 appearances last year. If he recognizes that he got a late break getting to first, too, right? Is that in his head a little bit? Do you want to try and keep speeding him up? Yeah, I get what you're talking about. It's almost worse when you know you made a mistake.
Yeah, because if you're Mechna, you feel like, man, Cooney made a beautiful throw, and I just didn't hang. I caught it, and then just So, yeah, you can put that extra pressure on yourself, which is not functional.
Two-0 to Alvarez, and he rips it foul past first.
One thing I've always enjoyed about, air quotes, West Coast baseball is the old Fullerton teams would do this. They would swing out of their shoes with no strikes and then get their bunting game going with 1 strike, which I think the math, baseball, the data people would tell us that's a bad play. But, as far as if you need to bunt for a hit, do it with no strikes.
I don't know if they would tell you that.
I mean, they don't hate bunt for a hit, which is exciting.
So 0-1 is still, that one hit back toward the middle. Nice play by Cooney to start the 4-6-3 double play. Picking up his pitcher, and an excellent play by Ryan Cooney, 2 outs.
That ball was barreled, too. What a play. This is as good a middle infield as you're going to find in college baseball.
They played a lot of games together. 2 outs for Ortega. Just to finish the thought on that, I don't know that they would tell you that, because 0-1 tends to be a hitter's count, because if you're swinging at something in the zone, right? So.
Yeah. I just think it's a nice trade-off as a coach with your hitters that, hey, you're saying, hey, no strikes, you do your thing. 1 strike, I'm going to ask you to do something for the team.
Miles Gastola getting loose in the bullpen, the left-hander. You'd have to think of the lefties coming up at the top of the order. That's what Mark Wasikowski is thinking. 3-1 game. Ortega's had a couple of good at-bats. Singled and bounced to third.
I'll tell you,
Robbed of a base hit by Drew Smith.
Ryan Cooney is a baller. Like, that is a good player. How about the 2 plays he's made this inning, Coach Farron, now that we think about it? I mean, that ball that Mechna couldn't hang on to, I mean, I feel like 9 out of 10 times the second baseman airmails that into the dugout. It is, you're throwing to a pitcher on the run. That's hard.
I was trying to figure out who you reminded me of, and I think I finally figured it out. That one popped up foul. Miranda has the play and can't make it. Again, the sun causing all sorts of problems. It's going to be an error on the first baseman, but he was under it and I think lost it at the last second.
Yeah, I mean, he wore this off of his wrist. You see him fight in the sun.
1-2 the count. Outside 2-2, but I figured out who I think Cooney reminds me of. I think it's Spencer Steer.
Interesting. Okay.
Kind of a similar player.
Steer,
right?
left-handed hitter, right?
Right-handed hitter.
No, he is.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Second base now, kind of a multi-positional guy with the Reds.
I think he played third at Oregon, if I'm not mistaken.
He may have, yeah. But he's played a fair amount of second in the pros.
Yeah, I like it.
Upstairs.
I have my fantasy baseball draft coming up in a couple weeks. Your 2026 Fence Straddlers is our team name.
Is your success any better there than with the Fighting Carrots? And
no. Well, we don't know. It's a first-year franchise. Anything can happen.
Expansion team. Foul away.
Some smart people in that league, which is frightening. Bradley Smart of D1 Baseball, Joe Healy of D1 Baseball.
Yeah, but you know, there you have a tendency to overthink it.
Joe especially.
Let me give you a little bit of fantasy advice, because you know I don't play fantasy at all, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm just.
Don't like Billy Joel. Don't play fantasy sports.
Yeah, I basically, like, I don't want to hang out with you guys. It's the 3-2.
Message received.
That's ball 4. Ortega, after getting second life, draws a 2-out walk. But my advice is draft good players. You'll be happy. Don't overthink it. Just draft the good players.
Get the good players. All right. Yeah, Juan Soto in the 4th round. We're done. We're on it.
You don't need to be worrying about defense. Like, take the guys that rake.
Bad makeup guys too. Who cares? I just need the numbers.
Yeah. You want guys that rake and pitchers that strike batters out. And with the lefties coming up at the top of the order, this is likely to be it here for the right-hander, Mechna. Ortega fought back after the drop foul pop-up and able to draw a walk, and it means that Oregon's heading to the bullpen. The Seattle product, Mile Gastola, is on his way in. We'll tell you about the new left-hander in a moment. 2 outs, man on, bottom of the 6th, 3-1 Irvine.
Dip into your Raising Cane's whenever the craving strikes for something hot and fresh and oh so delicious. Dip in for perfectly salted, crispy, crinkle-cut fries. Dip in for garlicky, buttered Texas toast. And of course, dip in for tender, hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers made just for you. At Raising Cane's, our secret cane sauce makes every dip a delight. Order on the app or online so you can dip out just as fast as you dipped in.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
And you see that's the end of the day for Mechna. His hands are clean as he heads off. A new pitcher out of West Seattle High School, transfer from Gonzaga. This is Miles Gastola, junior transfer. They'll face a bunch of left-handed hitters at the top of the lineup. Former second-team all West Coast Conference performer, is a starter at Gonzaga, now working out of the pen. Third appearance of the year, 4 innings of work, 2 runs allowed, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts.
opportunity for Gostola here. Four of the next 5 hitters left-handers.
Yeah, it feels like the right time to turn things over to a lefty if you're Oregon and Mark Wazakowski. I think we need Waz to roll the sleeves up a little bit. Sun's out, guns out.
That's right. These games right here, it's been, there's been a lot of pitches thrown in high stress scenarios, and you know, of course, winning the game is critical, but man, what awesome preparation this weekend will be for these teams that clearly have postseason aspirations.
All 4 of the teams here do, although Arizona's 1-8 start is impacting their chances. Arizona and Vanderbilt tonight, one of the best pitching matchups we'll see all season. Smith Bailey and Austin Nye. First pitch is a strike to Carney. Doubled and scored in the 5th. Banging one off the left field fence. Takes a strike, and the count 0-2. See what kind of breaking ball Gostola has here, because this would be about the time to throw it. Missed away. Back to the fastball. It's 1-2.
That fastball looks no fun for left-handed hitters, that's for sure.
A little run on it. Tied him up with a fastball and just did get a piece. Fastball, changeup, slider for the lefty. Miranda playing behind the catcher, Ortega at first. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Powered the fastball by him, and the inning is over. Irvine leaves a man. We head to the 7th. They lead Oregon 3-1.
Dip into your Raising Cane's whenever the craving strikes for something hot and fresh and oh so delicious. Dip in for perfectly salted, crispy, crinkle-cut fries. Dip in for garlicky buttered Texas toast. And of course, dip in for tender, hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers made just for you. At Raising Cane's, our secret cane sauce makes every dip a delight. Order on the app or online so you can dip out just as fast as you dipped in.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
There's nothing like college baseball, and no one covers college baseball like D1 Baseball, with reports from coast to coast, the most respected voices in the game. D1 covers college baseball every day of the year. To get the best of D1's coverage, become a subscriber. You can check it all out at d1baseball.com. From Las Vegas to Omaha, D1 Baseball keeps you on top of the action all season long.
Great piece on the site this morning. Aaron Fitt is in Arlington at the Amagi Bank College Baseball Series, and obviously some really good teams there, and we're not there, clearly we're here, and so it's great to get caught up in everything that happened there.
Sound like some big arms on display there. Riojas had quite a night in Houston. I saw Kendall Rogers writing about that at the Bruce Bowl tournament at Dakin Park. He was dynamite. 11 strikeouts, 2 hits, and 6 shutout innings. Very good outing for him for Texas.
Oh, it's third base is our substitution. I knew there was something. It looks like Castanola over there.
Yep. James Castanola. I think they did have a between innings. Because Ortega was on base, it took a little longer for him to get out there. So there's Castanola. Defensive change. First pitch to Drew Smith is hammered to left field and gone. Ambushing the fastball, Drew Smith makes it a 1-run game. He didn't know it. because it came rifling back out of the field, but his 4th of the year.
Breakout star alert here. Drew Smith is already famous. I mean, he's been on the field for 4 years for Oregon, but feels like we have found another gear, another level of confidence here.
Boy, he was not waiting around, was he? Center cut fastball and just hammered it. Jelaya takes a strike. Back to the mound. Jelaya tosses to first, 1 out.
So many of these pitchers this weekend, because we've seen some really good ones. Thinking about Trevor Hansen yesterday, Connor Fennell as well. Even Owen Krankowski, they've done such a good job responding to adversity. You know, if you're Ojeda, you give up a bomb and not shook at all about it.
Now, 2 pitches later, he takes out one of the top power hitters, and Jackson swings and misses at a breaking ball. It's 0-1.
Ricky Ojeda, I feel like there's a T-shirt on underneath his jersey that says, "Your disrespect fuels me."
When does the Rooney T-shirt line get published?
Maybe get on that.
I feel like there's money to be made there.
Low margin business.
If you make the T-shirts yourself, it may not be.
Stitch them.
Jackson pops it up, fighting the sun. It's Castagnola, third baseman, who calls off the shortstop.
Got a little
number 2.
dicey there, didn't it?
I think Felstad was happy to give that up. It was pretty clear that he didn't see it.
Yeah.
Castagnola did. The sun is, I think, directly overhead for anybody in the middle of the field. And it does seem like it is, at least there was more of a problem for the shortstop and the third baseman. 2 outs for Brooks.
Yeah, that was, Felstad called it. He said, "Me, question mark."
I got it. Check swing foul.
The rare time a shortstop says "sure" on a pop-up.
There is some action in the Irvine pen. This might be the last hitter for Ojeda either way.
I would think so.
Turn the lineup over a 4th time.
Especially given that they like their 2 arms in the pen. And this is a huge win. I mean, if you're Irvine, if you can hang on and beat Oregon and Vandy in the same weekend, goodness. Talk about a resume builder.
1-2.
Long way to go, though. There's a ton of game left.
Tim Grack, the hard-throwing right-hander who missed all last year with Tommy John surgery, getting loose.
Woo!
Ooh, that did not miss by much.
Shaved Brooks's kneecaps right there.
2-2. That one was one of his best fastballs of the day at 94. Swing and a miss. Blew him away with the heater. And Ojeda knows they don't want that smoke. He gives up the leadoff homer to Drew Smith, but gets out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch. 3-2 Irvine.
Logistically, even within our home and financially, ALS is a very expensive disease, and we've been fortunate to connect with different organizations, and especially the Live Like Blue Foundation. They've been wonderful with this, not only the financial support, but really the emotional and spiritual support as well.
Even though I may look different and sound different, I'm still the same person. And that inspires that, you know, I'm still here and I'm still fighting, and this life is worth fighting for. Keep on pushing. Even if you're not in my situation, you know, there's always an up to a down.
#155 or visit Fan Choice. Take a look at some of the highlights that have happened so far. No, instead we'll do this. Text Lou Vegas to 50155. Here's the action today. That's Oregon tying the game. Full take a look at the recap just coming up in a little bit. Takes Lou Vegas to 50155 or visit fanchoicevegas.com to donate today and cast your vote for your favorite team's nominee to win the Live Like Lou Fan Choice Community Impact Player of the Tournament. Oregon's Ryan Cooney is currently in the lead, followed by Vanderbilt's England Bryan, Arizona's Tony Pluta, and UC Irvine's Tim Grack. Cast your vote today at fanchoicevegas.com and help us leave ALS better than we found it. Zach Felstad set to lead things off for the Anteaters in the bottom of the 7th. Irvine clinging to a 1-run lead. Ricky Ojeda, 7 innings of 2-run, 4-hit ball against one of the top offenses in the country. Now Felstad takes a strike. Felstad, Reyes, Castagnola against the lefty, Miles Gastola. Count 1-1. Nice play. That would nearly ate up Miranda, and he stayed with it for out number 1.
Drew Smith obviously has our attention, but I don't want to lose sight of Zach Felstad. He's been awesome. Really has made a jump offensively.
A couple of hits and a run scored today, and here's Alonzo Reyes, who's been on base 3 times, a single and 2 walks. Castola trying to keep this a 1-run deficit for the Ducks. If it is it for Ojeda, it was really a fine outing. 4 strikeouts, 4 hits allowed. Hit 3 batters. Those were probably the only blemishes. He had a lot of traffic. Leadoff man reached in, what was it, all but 2 innings against him. And yet he held this powerful Oregon lineup to just 2 runs. And I think that speaks to his competitiveness and that closer mentality that he had from being one of the top relievers in the country in the last 2 years. But Oregon's still in this game. Smith stays with it, 2 outs. Here's James Castagnola. Came off the bench defensively. He's had a rough start to his season offensively, although he had a base hit yesterday. They're hoping that that starts to get him going. There's a strike. He, on his bio page, whereas he has this incredible quote from a guy who I believe is a strength and conditioning coach named Lou Arcala. You're gonna love this. That went back towards the middle. Up to the, bobbled by Maloney, and his throw to first, not in time. It's gonna be an error on the shortstop. Boy, that was a pretty routine play. Just looked like he maybe got tangled a little bit. That'll bring up Rowan Felsch.
Yeah, it was a changeup, I think, and so I wonder if it was spinning on him funny. But yeah, that's a play Maddox Maloney makes 100 out of 100 times.
Castagnola the lead from first with 2 outs, 3-2 Irvine bottom in the 7th. First pitch to Felsch, down low ball. But here's the quote that Castagnola has on his bio page. Lazy people do little work and think they should be winning. But winners work as hard as possible and still worry about being lazy.
Ooh. I like that.
That is some very Eastern philosophy.
Yeah.
I feel like.
It's got some depth.
Do you think it's a mantra?
Is it a credo? It's a mentality, I think, is what it is.
Pretty sure Credo was the guy in Star Wars that Han met at the bar.
I think you're right. No regrets. We're the Millers. This is Credo. Scotty P. Not even one letter? Jason Sudeikis.
LEG bit where he says he does an entire episode on respect. He says the word behind me isn't even in the dictionary. R-E-S-P-E-C-K. Swing and a miss. Felch down on strike. Gastola pitches around the 2-out error. We've played 7. Irvine clinging to a 3-2 lead.
From the front row to the upper level. From epic concerts to heart-stopping games. Tickets for Less puts you where the action is. Experience the thrill of live events like never before. Every seat holds a story. Find yours at ticketsforless.com and never pay service fees.
Stand right now, and that is the day for Ricky Ojeda as he turns things over to the hard-throwing right-hander Tim Grack. This is a guy that missed all of last year with Tommy John surgery. He's made just 2 appearances this year, Runes, but they are thrilled to have back in their pen. He is a power arm.
Yeah, and I remember when Tim Grack was a freshman, Ben Orloff and Danny Babona were very excited about him, but it felt more like, hey, he's more pitchable than most freshmen when they arrive. And then, you know, sometimes during the course of Tommy John surgery and all that stuff, it's not just the surgery makes you throw harder. Like, you're older, you're more physical, your strength and condition is improved. And so, to your point, Tim Grack now on the way back, and the velocity has really made a significant jump.
Grack will take over here for Ojeda. He will face the top of this Oregon lineup. It's 3-2. This is exactly how Irvine wanted to draw this up. 7 innings from Ojeda. In fact, I think that's probably more outs than they could have anticipated from him today.
Yep. Especially
coming off a rough start last weekend against Cal, but boy, did he look good.
Oh man, just awesome. Like, you got a big game with your season on the line. Give me Ricky Ojeda on the mound 10 out of 10 times. It's incredible.
They have not had a lot of offense either. Oregon's pitching has done a good job, and now Grack is going to have to go to work against Ryan Cooney, who's 0 for 3. Cooney, Jimenez, Hellman, the scheduled hitters. First pitch. That one bounced up there at 95, 1-0.
Different level of adrenaline. Looked like he overthrew that and spiked it.
He's going to have to settle back in. Again, Oregon's had lots of chances in this game. They've had the leadoff man on 5 times, but have scored just twice. And Cooney's ahead in the count 2-0.
He could ambush one.
Yeah, I think he's looking to do one thing here. He takes high, 3-0. He also may be relieved to see Ojeda out of the game because he was just on the attack the whole time. Ball 4, a leadoff walk on 4 pitches. That'll bring up Jimenez. 0 for 3 today. He homered yesterday from the left side. The switch hitter will bat left-handed here. Cooney 6 of 7 in stolen bases, gets the lead at first. First pitch. Jimenez takes a strike, 0-1.
I mean, we're sitting 95. They weren't joking around about the velo. It's a good arm.
The set. Runner bluffs going. There's a high chopper to second. To second for one. Felstad's relay to first, not in time. The chopper made the double play very difficult there.
But you love the play by Alvarez there. You know, it's very easy to just feel rushed and quit on the lead runner, but man, what you've done there is now you've kept the double play in order, you've kept a runner out of scoring position. It's the courageous play, but absolutely the right play for Alvarez.
Here's someone that can turn the scoreboard around in a hurry. Dominic Hellman is 1 for 2. He was hit by a pitch back in the fourth. First pitch. Takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
96.
Jimenez 2 for 2 with stolen base attempts. They do have the speedy Elijah Cook on the bench. They're not running with him here. Bluff's going. That one misses, a breaking ball just inside. Crack is fairly quick to the plate for a reliever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would be hesitant to run here knowing that Hellman could run into a ball.
The pitch. He runs into one deep down the left field line. Hooking in the corner off the foul pole. Dominic Hellman with a go-ahead 2-run homer. And Oregon takes a 4-3 lead. Massive shot for Hellman. There's Dominic Hellman's family. They have to be thrilled as a former PG All-American has given Oregon the lead, and Ortega is going to go out to talk to Grack. Was a breaking ball, Runes, that just backed up, and Hellman smashed it. And now Grack's going to have to recompose himself because it is only a 1-run game. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Watch it again.
Yep. Elevated breaking ball that he runs into. Oh boy.
That is a bat spike.
I think Coach Wazakowski might talk to Dominic Hellman about the bat spike. That.
I'd be worried about him breaking the equipment.
Yeah, that's
poor
right.
Patrick Riley there was nearly a victim at home plate umpire.
That's right.
2-1 the count now to Miranda. Piece 2-2.
Yeah, not only this game because it's still very winnable for Irvine, Coach Aaron, but Tim Grack, you know, this is something he's just gonna. Hey, a year ago you're just trying to fight your way back from a Tommy John surgery. Now you're absolutely in the mix for a really good team, and moments like these are part of that journey.
Fouled away.
The breaking ball to Hellman. It's tricky, right? Because it's the right pitch when executed, but when it backs up, it's high risk, high reward, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I feel like he's a guy that you want to challenge with velocity, right? Like you want to keep doing it. He will chase that, but make him time up 96. Miranda into center. So shortstop Felstad, who had the best read on it, to make the catch for out number 2. Maloney. 0 for 1, but hit by a pitch twice.
Nice play by Felstad. I didn't really see Tommy Farmer come into my screen on that one. I don't know if he didn't see it or was just playing
deep. Yeah, and I think he saw too that Felstad was camped under it. Again, the sun has been a factor today. Not much breeze. First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1.
The Dominic Hellmans of the world, Coach Farron, it doesn't matter what they're hitting. If you're calling pitches in the other dugout, you're going to have some shortness of breath when he's up. Like, it's just frightening. Good pitch.
Bottom of the zone, it's 1-2. Just missed off the plate.
I'm not sure I'm willing to call that a good take. Like, that is.
Well, the shadows are starting to be a factor here
Yeah.
too, I think.
Hard to see. Yeah, that's fair.
Two. Although I don't doubt that it makes things more difficult for hitters, but somehow runs continue to get scored when there are shadows.
Yes.
Every time there's a day game. So I do think it's probably one of those things that we spend more time talking about than it actually is impactful. 2-2. Missed a spot there and the count's full.
You made this point earlier, but Tim Grack's really important. They probably get 50 pitches out of him, and behind, you wouldn't want to burn another arm right now.
Left center field, a base hit. 2 out single and a good at bat for Maloney. That'll bring up Drew Smith. Smith led off the 7th inning with a solo homer. Yeah, I feel like this is Grack to take it home right now. They would love to be able to, listen, if you're Irvine, this is one of your most trusted relievers. Ryder Brooks not going to be available the rest of the weekend after his outing yesterday, more than 60 pitches. And if you can get up to 50 pitches with Grack, and try and get through these 2 innings with him, and then you have a fresh Hunter Manning tomorrow.
I think when we wake up around regional time, Oregon, I don't see Maloney, Smith, Laya as the 5, 6, 7 part of this lineup. I think you think it'd be scooting up.
I would think that it's probably like Hellman moving down into that 7 spot.
I would even go 2, 3, 4 with those guys, maybe. Go Cooney, and then does that make you 2 right-handed, maybe?
I think the reason why Maloney's hitting 5th is that it just gives better balance, right? Because you've got right switch, right, left, right.
I think where I'm coming down on it is I just want those guys getting ABs.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think Maloney for sure moves up. I think if Smith keeps swinging the bat this way, and I think thrown away by Grack. Hustling to second is Maloney. He'll stop there. A throwing error by the pitcher, and now an insurance run in scoring position for Oregon. I think in the end, Laya could be the cleanup hitter. I just think I think so highly of him. I understand hitting him down in the order, even if they want to do it through the first part of conference play, just because he's a freshman and it's a new experience, but he doesn't look like a freshman.
And I think he's their most talented left-handed hitter for sure.
Yeah. I mean, he's 10 games into his season. He hasn't struck out. He's a freshman.
Yeah, that's remarkable. Yeah, the maturity of the at-bats, like that RBI in the 2nd inning, that's not an underclassman's at-bat.
He had a veteran hitter here, the man in scoring position ahead in the count, and he's now ahead 3-1.
It's tricky for Irvine. They need Grack's pitch count to elevate, like for his season too. Part of this is part of just the recovery process.
There's nobody getting loose in their bullpen. This is a big pitch with Smith up. He had one to hit there, it looked like, and fouled it off. Maybe up just a little bit, but
if you can pull it off, you'd love to see Grack throw that pitch again. Like fastball, elevated. Walking Smith is not the worst thing that can happen here.
Well, then you face Laya, who has tremendous power. Breaking ball dumped into left center field, a base hit. Maloney comes around to score. It's a 5-3 lead for Oregon. Grack's throwing error helps the lead to a second run, and Oregon's lead is 2.
For Grack, I mean, short-term disappointed, long-term very encouraged. You know, like you said, Coach Farron, the leadoff walk and that pickoff error, two mistakes that you just can't make in a game as tightly played as this. But he should have a great season. What a talented arm.
Well, we talked about it all game long when Oregon was getting chances for it too, that especially getting the leadoff man on, you can't keep giving them opportunities or they're going to put up a crooked number, and here's the crooked number, a 3 spot in the 8th, and they've taken command of this game. From 6 outs away from their first loss of the season to 6 outs away from 10-0.
Yeah, this Oregon lineup is arguably the deepest one I've seen so far this year. As far as, like, again, Angel Laya sitting down here in the 7 hole. Come on.
I mean, you're going to start comparing it to UCLA and Georgia Tech, which I think we felt like were the 2 best lineups in the country coming into this season, but it is a really impressive team. First pitch strike.
You made the point earlier, man, the Big Ten. What a nice start to the 2026 season for that league.
Nebraska winning last night at Auburn. Nebraska looks like a different team than they did a season ago. I know they won the tournament and made the postseason as a result, but that was a team that looked stiff. I thought a lot of last year. They've looked a lot better so far. I was super impressed with Michigan opening weekend. I think that's a team to really keep an eye on.
I think Minnesota hammered Kansas last night, too.
Yeah.
Illinois got a blowout win over Coastal. Yeah, the league is up and down the league. Iowa wins the series at Florida Atlantic.
And remember, last year, the story was that the West Coast teams came in and took everybody's lunch money.
Yep. Hey, Purdue was 2-1 in Round Rock last week. I mean, up and down the league.
That's a team that's picked to finish towards the bottom of the league. Michigan State won a series at Louisville.
Bingo.
Popped up. Castagnola over. And it's out of play. Off the netting. Count 1 and 2 to Laya.
Didn't we learn today that Oregon will play UCLA and USC the final 2 weekends? Boy, that'll be something.
Yeah.
Feels like the league title would be on the line at that point.
That's just going to be an incredible matchup with 2 really good teams. Called strike 3. That's the first time Laya's punched out all season. It was on a borderline pitch, and the inning is over. But Oregon gets the lead with a 3 spot thanks to Dominic Hellman.
As the title sponsor of the Live Like Lou College Baseball Classics, we celebrate and honor Lou's legacy.
For 2,130 consecutive games, Lou Gehrig showed up for his team. Now, we ask you to show up for us.
Join us in honoring Lou's legacy and supporting the more than 30,000 individuals living with ALS across North America by making a contribution today at livelikeLou.org/forthegood.
In 1939, as ALS symptoms began to weaken him, Lou Gehrig selflessly took himself out of the Yankees lineup for the good of the team. Today, for the good of our team and the ALS warriors we serve, please go to livelikeLou.org/forthegood to make a donation and help us provide support for ALS families when they need it most. Big events will match every dollar raised up to $25,000. great ball game this afternoon. Oregon with a 3 spot in the top of the 8th have taken the lead over the Big West's UC Irvine Anteaters. Look, it's the plane, the plane.
Oh, great reference.
Do the kids still watch Ricardo Montalban television shows?
If they don't, the world is the lesser for it.
Irvine here. Miles Gastola continues to work for the Ducks. Land at Harry Reid Airport, formerly McCarran. Airport is dangerously close to the Strip. You can get there very quickly. Not that I know from experience. I mean dangerously in a good way.
Yeah.
You know, like
efficient.
Yeah, I mean.
The wrong kind of efficiency.
Farmer, high chopper. Maloney's going to have to hurry. Not in time. Oregon may want to take a look at this, but that was bang bang at first.
It's such a tough call for Maloney. Like the second he laid back on this, he's kind of sunk. Yeah, like you.
There's not really a hop that he can play on the highway.
Yeah, your only chance at an out there is to go get that short hop, and that's a tough play, right? Short hop and throw on the run. But
that's a play that is not going to happen very much during the course of the season. That's a desert infield play, right? Like that. I mean, the old Baltimore chop. Because the fields are just baked in the sun, they tend to be so much harder in places like Nevada and Arizona and New Mexico, Southern California even, heck, Central Coast, basically anywhere there's desert.
Yes. Yeah, these fields, you just can't keep them moist. They're, you know, the dryness, the wind, the whole deal. I would say though, like for Maloney, you know, sometimes as an infielder, there's just like, you have two tough choices, right? Like it's the lesser of two evils, and when you know you've got a plus runner like Farmer, you just have to pick your chance. Both are low percentage. But I'm with you. That's the field conditions have as much to do with that as anything.
Yeah, I do think that there is something to be said of that conservative play too, because somebody with Farmer's speed, if you come in, try and field the short hop, it gets by you. Farmer's at second. Umpires continuing to look at the replay.
Miles Gastola is just throwing the ball great.
Yeah. Hey, he was a good starter at Gonzaga. Second team All West Coast Conference. He was on the All Freshman team for the WCC his first year with the Zags. Tommy Farmer having a chat with Maloney, who's laughing with him. But if he is safe, it would bring the tying run to the plate. And the call on the field was safe.
It's funny, you never know what relationships these guys have. Like, I'm thinking, how does Tommy Farmer and Maddox Maloney know each other? And it could be something as simple as they were on a recruiting trip together. Like, these are both guys that probably went on some trips.
Probably played travel ball against each other plenty, too. I mean, they were high-level recruits at both Oregon and Texas, respectively. Farmer back from there. Plus, Farmer's a Southern California kid. Maloney from Springfield, Oregon. So, you know, the West Coast likes to.
Is that a federal law that every state has to have a Springfield? We have one in Delaware County, Pennsylvania, in Delco, suburban Philly.
I'm from Illinois. There's a Springfield there.
Missouri.
Which one do the Simpsons live in? All right, here's a call from Steve Mattingly. Call stands. They could not confirmed, but stands, says Steve Mattingly. So they did not have anything that was clear and convincing that would overturn this. It was very close. It looked from there like he was safe, but also if they had called him out on the field, I think that would have stood. So the tying run comes to play with nobody out in the bottom of the 8th, and it's Hillman. Dylan Hillman 1 for 3. Top JUCO player in Northern California last year takes a strike. It's 0-1. Out of San Mateo, hit over 400 last year. The pitch outside, 1-1.
Hard to say if this is just what we're getting today, but Gostola's got like kind of an old-fashioned fastball where it starts down and stays down. He forces you to hit that shin-high heater.
The 1-1 misses. It's 2-1 to Hillman.
This is a large pitch right here. Hillman's been very aggressive today.
The 2-1. Back through the middle, past deniing Maloney into center field, and Irvine has the tying runs aboard with nobody out in the 8th. Boy, just got something he could handle and smacked it back through the middle.
Yeah, that's well struck right there.
And now here's the left-handed hitting Alvarez. Bruins, what are we thinking here? Is this a situation where you try and put the tying runs in scoring position?
I mean, you are the home team if you're Irvine, and it's just like I struggle to bunt guys ahead to get to my 9-hole hitter.
Ty Smith is going to run at first base for Hillman. First and second, nobody out. Ortega in the on-deck circle. Infield pinched in at the corners. Alvarez squaring early. They're charging in. He pulls back and takes outside. Ball 1.
So what's interesting about that with Alvarez is, did he pull back because that was a take, or did he pull back because they're taught, and I bet you Irvine's hitters are taught, you feel a crash, slash is on your own green light. Like, you don't need that to be called.
He pulled back relatively early. Pitch, he's bunting there, and it is a really good one. Smith fires to first. The sacrifice successful. Tying runs in scoring position now with 1 out for the number 9 hitter Ortega.
Another really good baseball play. I mean, for Alvarez, that's a hard bunt when you know the third baseman and the first baseman are in your, basically in your face. And for Drew Smith, if he's not decisive there, that's a hit.
Ortega, 1 for 2. Visit coming here from Matt Florer. There's a righty standing in the Oregon bullpen.
Boy, this is where you really get deep in the strategy. It just, you'd never feel good about putting the go-ahead run on first base, but don't love no force outs here either.
And there is going to be a pitching change. Right-hander coming in for the Oregon bullpen. Tying runs at scoring position with 1 out last of the 8th. We've got a dandy in Vegas with Oregon leading 5-3.
From the front row to the upper level. From epic concerts to heart-stopping games. Tickets for Less puts you where the action is. Experience the thrill of live events like never before. Every seat holds a story. Find yours at ticketsforless.com and never pay service fees.
Stola coming off the mound, and the right-hander going to start to make his warm-up tosses. Is the senior transfer from Western Oregon, Devin Bell. Number 9 hitter Ortega scheduled here with 2 in scoring position and 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. A former Division II All-American. Devin Bell has made 2 appearances this year and has 1 save. Six 494-pound right-hander. At Western Oregon. On a fastball into the mid-90s. Fastball slider pitcher. He's only thrown 17 pitches in his 2 outings this year, Reds, giving up just 1 hit.
And as you said, it's a big fastball. He's going to throw it a bunch. Looks like fastball change. Fastball change to lefties. Fastball breaking ball to righties. Pretty standard.
Tying runs at scoring position with 1 out. Here's the 9-hitter Ortega. A base hit. He's also reached on a walk. First pitch. He takes low, 1-0.
97. Hey now.
Runners get their lead from first and second. The set. A strike. 1-1, excuse me, from second and third. This is a big chance for Irvine, who's had single runs in the first, third, and fifth. They now trail by 2 in the 8th. Upstairs, 2-1. The one thing you're going to have to do is throw this Irvine team strikes. They are not going to chase very often.
Yeah, this is a big pitch right here. If you were Ortega, you want to get something on the field.
Fouled away. Tardy on 95. It's 2-2.
Yeah, just beat him.
It's up at the top of the zone. Line score. Some of how we got here. The pitch fouled away again. Boy, he just seems content to challenge him with a fastball. And frankly, I don't mind it. If you make a mistake with a breaking ball, it feels like Ortega can hammer it into a gap somewhere.
And with this situation so big, it's whatever your best pitch is, that's what you want to win and die with.
I mean, he just touched 98.
Ooh.
Just missed upstairs. That was a breaking ball or a cutter that hung up, and the count is full now.
Gotta be fastball here, right?
You would think it's that he's had the best chance controlling, but Ortega keeps fighting it off. Just did get a piece. That one kind of exploding through the zone. Leadoff man Carney on deck. 5-3 Oregon, bottom 8, 1 out. The pitch. Fouled away again.
Boy, what a great job by Ortega. That is a tough pitch to foul off. It's right at the top of the strike zone.
He's not trying to do a whole lot with it. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. The number 9 hitter Ortega. It hit him, and the bases are loaded. Backup breaking ball loads the bases.
One heck of an at-bat. That at-bat could have ended in a punch-out. Felt like 3 or 4 different times. Well done.
And here's Carney. A double and a sacrifice in 4 trips. They're going to run for Ortega at first. Zach Doyle is the pinch runner, redshirt freshman. Bases loaded, 1 out. Tying runs in scoring position. Go ahead, run at first. Kearney can't hold up. He went around at a fastball below the zone. It's 0-1. Well, it almost felt like he made up his mind he was going to swing at the first pitch regardless.
And, you know, in fairness, Bell's got a big arm, man. You got to get going.
Infield a double play, depth up the middle. Smith even with the bag at third.
Wow.
0-2. Good change up at
right?
90 miles an hour. Big league pitch there. And now we'll see if Kearney can slow it down enough. I can't imagine Bell's going to throw him something in the strike zone here. Tried to check his swing. He went around. 2 outs. A huge strikeout.
Yeah, and just from the jump, Kearney never looked comfortable in that at bat. Was antsy the whole time. Great job by Bell.
You know, this is the guy that Irvine would like at the plate in this situation. Felstad, a pair of hits. A run scored in the first. He also knocked in a run. Bases loaded. Bouncer back through the middle. This game is tied. Zach Felstad delivers a 2-out, 2-run single in the 8th, and we're even at 5. Brune's not trying to do too much, and he just punched it through the middle of the diamond.
The roller coaster ride that this game has been, it just screams postseason. Ortega, unbelievable at bat. Kearney, really not a good at bat. Felstad gets it done. I mean, just up, down, and all over the place.
And now here's Reyes, who's been on base 3 times today, and he takes down and in 1-0. Zach Felstad, 6 hits in the first 2 games of this tournament. And still, Irvine has a chance to take the lead. There has been action in the Irvine pen. I wonder if Hunter Manning is getting loose. Outside a ball, 2-0 to Reyes.
I'd say yes, just because I don't think Grack's got enough pitches in that pitch count to finish it.
That is Manning that's up and throwing. The freshman from Valencia. One of their most important bullpen arms. Runners at the lead at first and second. The pitch, a strike. That pitch was off the plate and called a strike. That was a really good take, and that is Hunter Manning getting loose.
Yeah, if you're Irvine, you know, Ben Orloff, you could have told him chance to win the game here with Reyes up. You take that all day long.
3-1. And Castagnola, the veteran third baseman who came in for defense, is on deck. The pitch. Reyes takes a strike, and the runners will be on the move with 2 outs. Oregon 5, Irvine 5. Go ahead run at second with 2 outs in the 8th. Runners go. Reyes drives it deep down the right field line, but hooking foul.
Off the bat. A lot of people jumping out of their seat, I'm certain.
There was a changeup, and he just hooked it foul. There are no short at bats at this time of the game. 7th pitch of this one upcoming to Reyes. Runners go. The pitch outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded again.
I mean, after the inning that Oregon just put on Irvine, this feels unthinkable what this inning has turned into. Just incredible.
And here is James Castagnola. Matt Floor is going to go out to try and talk to his lanky right-hander. Boy, the game finds you, doesn't it, Runes? James Castagnola, starting third baseman to open the season, one of the hottest hitters down the stretch for Irvine last year. Heck, he got off to a great start. Opening weekend against Vanderbilt, he was one of their best hitters, with a homer and a double. He had a very good year overall, but just 2 hits and 27 at-bats at this point this season. And now Castagnola is up with the game on the bases here in the 8th. A chance to give Irvine the lead. Talking to Ben Orloff before the game, he was saying, man, I was just really glad for him that he got a base hit yesterday. They're hoping to get him going. He is an important power bat. They don't have a lot of power in the lineup. And now he's in a spot where he can give Irvine the lead. 5-5, bottom 8. Bases loaded, 2 outs. First pitch misses low. It's 1-0.
That's a great take. Yeah, you want to get your season restarted, rebooted. Have a great at bat in a situation like this. That'll do it.
And hit him! And Irvine takes the lead. Second hit batter of the inning for Bell, and Irvine has just answered the 3 spot from Oregon with 3 of their own. A go-ahead RBI hit by pitch. Probably not how Castagnola dreamed it, but he'll take it.
He will absolutely take that.
And here's another veteran hitter struggling, Rowan Felsch. And we're going to have a pitching change here. Irvine has scored 3 times with 2 outs here in the 8th to take the lead. Still batting. We'll take a break here and then give you the new pitcher for the Ducks. What a finish we have coming up. Irvine leading Oregon 6-5 in the 8th. This is the Live Like Lou Las Vegas College Baseball Classic.
In 1939, Lou Gehrig selflessly took himself out of the Yankees starting lineup for the good of the team.
Showing the same humility, courage, and determination that inspire our values and our work each and every day.
Humility.
Courage. Determination.
As the title sponsor of the Live Like Lou College Baseball Classics, we celebrate and honor Lou's legacy.
Together, we are uniting coaches, athletes, fans, to leave ALS better than we found it.
For 2,130 consecutive games, Lou Gehrig showed up for his team. Now, we ask you to show up for us.
Join us in honoring Lou's legacy and supporting the more than 30,000 individuals living with ALS across North America by making a contribution today at livelikelou.org/forthegood.
Oregon's lead that they took at the top of the 8th, short-lived. Irvine has reclaimed the advantage. James Castagnola hit by a pitch with the bases loaded to give them the lead. And the new pitcher, Ryder Edwards, a senior transfer from George Fox. First pitch outside a ball, 1-0. Rowan Felsch at the plate, 0 for 3 today. The set, the righty's delivery, 2-0. Edwards, a Division III transfer, second team All Northwest Conference last year, was a first team performer 2 seasons ago. at the Newburgh, Oregon school. And he's fallen behind 3-0 to Rowan Felsch. Just have not been able to put away the Irvine hitters. 3-0. Auto take?
I would, yes.
Ball 4. Bases loaded, walk, 7-5 Irvine. And Tommy Farmer will be the 10th man to bat. And this all started with Tommy Farmer beating out a chopper to short for an infield single. Inside, ball 1, and Edwards has missed on 5 straight.
Yeah, got to be in take mode here if you're Irvine. And if you're Oregon, this is 2 runs is gettable for your offense, but I like this conference from Jax.
That's a freshman, by the way, who decided, hey, I need to get out there. Jackson is going to be an absolute star at Oregon. Before this year is up, I think we're going to look at him that way. And his feel for the game is really unique as a freshman. Now he's tried to settle down Edwards, and he's behind in the count. This would feel like a time for a free strike. Edwards takes inside. It's 2-0. That fastball has a fair amount of run to it. And he fires a strike in there at the knees.
I think if you're Farmer, you got to anticipate that fastball again and look to split a gap with it.
Crazy extension from Edwards. I mean, elite. We're talking like almost 7.5 feet.
Interesting.
2-1. Inside to the breaking ball in the count, 3-1. Two out, 2-run single, and then walk. Hit by pitch, walk. Have helped lead to 2 more runs for Irvine and a 3-1 count for Farmer. High strike called late, and the count is full. Pitch looked to be above the zone.
This game has gotten spicy.
3-2. The runners will be on the move with 2 outs. 7-5 Irvine, bottom 8. They go. Farrell back. Center cut fastball, and Farmer was late on it.
We got some juice in the building, Coach Farron. Let's go.
This has been a whale of a ball game this afternoon. Three-two again. It hit him. Another hit batter, the 3rd of the inning by Oregon, pitching, and it's 8-5 Irvine.
Wow. I mean, what an inning this has been. Oregon with the 3 in the top of the inning. Felt like they just ripped Irvine's heart out, and Irvine responds with 5 so far.
Kai Smith, the redshirt sophomore who entered as a pinch runner, will take a strike. This was Hillman's spot. Dylan Hillman out of the game. The pitch. Inside. Boy, that one nearly backed up and hit him again. The 11th man to bat in the inning. Infield single, single to the outfield, sacrifice, hit by pitch, 2 out single, walk, hit by pitch, walk, hit by pitch. That's how they've gotten here. A strike at the knees to the count 1-2. I mean, this is basically the best advertisement for West Coast baseball in this inning possible. Take a dose, Don't chase out of the zone. Execute when you need to. And that righty getting up is the right-hander Leo Ullman. 1-2 the count to Smith. Popped up on the infield. Maloney calling for it. He has it. And the nightmarish 8th inning ends for Oregon. But Irvine sends 11 to the plate. They score 4 times, and they're 3 outs away from going to 2-0 and handing Oregon their first loss of the year. As we go to the 9th, they're up 7-5.
ALS is a very expensive disease, and we've been fortunate to connect with different organizations, and especially the Live Like Blue Foundation. They've been wonderful.
This life is worth fighting for. Keep on pushing, even if you're not in my situation. You know, there's always an up to a down.
Irvine as we start the 9th inning. A 5-run inning for the Anteaters has turned the game around, and Owen Morgan is going to pinch hit. He's going to hit for Braden Jackson, the freshman coming off the bench to hit for a fellow freshman, and the new pitcher for Irvine, a freshman as well. It's Hunter Manning. After Tim Crack struggled, giving up 3, including a go-ahead 2-run homer to Dominic Hellman in the 8th. I'm not sure that Irvine thought they'd be in a position where they needed to go to Manning today, but he's going to get the chance to finish it off, Runes, and they are 3 outs away from handing Oregon their first loss of the year.
Yeah, and 3 outs away from just a, talk about a resume building weekend, but long way to go, especially the way this game has transpired.
Morgan out of Fossil Ridge High School, where his first team All-State a year ago. It'll be him, Jack Brooks, and then to the top of the order with Ryan Cooney. There's a new catcher in the game. Connor Deach is behind the plate. And the first pitch for Manning misses outside, 1-0.
Hard for the relievers to slow the heart rate down. Game of this magnitude.
It's hard for the broadcasters too.
Right.
Strike on the corner. The count 1-1. Manning's fastball isn't quite what we saw from Crack. Swing and a miss.
That's the pitch. Manning has got a special fastball at the top of the zone.
Only 92, but it really comes out of a flat release angle. In the air to center. Farmer fighting the sun a bit will make. No, he dropped it. He dropped it, and Morgan's going to head to second, and the leadoff man's aboard for Oregon. The sun has been monstrous for players today, and it just burned Tommy Farmer for a second time.
the glove was up early, and you know, in some ways you're like, okay, is that helping, or is this going to be anxious? And he just never looked comfortable.
Jack Brooks will be the hitter. Oregon needs to get one more man on to get the tying run to the plate, and they have the top of the order to follow the number 9 hitter Brooks, 0 for 3 today. First pitch, Brooks takes outside, 1-0. Now the question is, how does the freshman Manning handle this?
Yep. What a ball game, holy heck. The twists and turns in this puppy.
Manning's allowed just 2 base runners in his 3 appearances with 7 strikeouts. A strike. It's 1-1. This has been a whale of a ball game in the 8th inning. Just got cray-cray. Do the kids still say cray-cray?
I don't think so, but they should be.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss.
Oh, nice pitch.
Disappearing breaking ball. I always wonder if the head whack, if you see Manning, his head just kind of whacks all over the place when he delivers, if that's ever distracting to a hitter, because this is a full effort delivery. The 1-2. Just missed the outside corner, 2-2.
It's just so interesting because if every outfielder in this game saw Tommy Farmer drop that ball, and it's a little bit of a gulp for everybody. Like it's his problem in that play, but it could be your problem on the next play.
2-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Brooks waves through a slider for out number 1.
I'll tell you that, what an incredible job by Hunter Manning. You're a true freshman in a, playing a team of Oregon's pedigree, and you have a drop fly ball to start the inning, and then you come back with a punch out. That's well done.
Oregon has not lost a game all season. Ryan Cooney bats. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. Takes low, 1-0. Manning, the LA Times High School Pitcher of the Year a season ago, waits to deliver the 1-0.
Nice
Takes
pitch.
a strike. It's 1-1.
What a man! I mean, Cooney's been as good. He's been as good as any player we've seen this weekend. Oregon to have him up, and then Manning, the freshman. If he's going to do this, he's going through the front door.
Elijah Cook in the on-deck circle. Outside. That count 2-1.
So Cooney's locked in, man. Like that would have. He's not fishing for anything. Just absolutely dialed in.
The set. The 2-1 squares to bunt and bunts it up along third. That's perfect.
Wow.
Play by Manning. He throws it away. A run's going to score. Cooney's on his way to second, and it's an 8-6 ball game, and the tying run will come to the plate for Oregon in the 9th. Ill-advised throw from the freshman there, and a great baseball play by Cooney.
Yes, an unbelievable baseball play by Cooney. And I think if you're Danny Babona from Irvine, you almost have to run out there and just calm Manning down. Because, yeah, that bunt play, like, if he wasn't sped up before that, he's sped up now.
Well, and he is going to go out to visit with him. Elijah Cook will be the batter, the transfer from Azusa Pacific. He is the son of former Eagles safety Rashad Cook, which means that he's already one of your favorite players.
All right.
That means, you know what I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Go Birds, yeah.
The Eagles.
Go Eagles.
I'm sorry, I should have said that wrong.
That's right.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Not sure who the Eagles are, but
yeah,
the Eagles,
right.
yes.
Sorry, we pronounce things right in the Midwest. Be a single and an error is how that last play was scored.
I'll tell you what.
On the run to score, and now Cook.
Wonder if Cook's bunting. As fast as he is, be hard to defend this.
Cook was very good at Azusa Pacific. He started his collegiate career at Northridge and then ended up at Palomar. It was all PCAC there. He actually grew up a big Eagles fan too, which now explains, I think you do that in the notes, and that's why you've been raving about him for the last 2 days.
Big fan.
1-0 the count to Cook. Tying run at the plate with 1 out. A strike. It's 1-1. This is a big out because Dominic Hellman, who hit a 2-run home run his last trip, is on deck. 8-6 Irvine top 9. One and two.
Whoever wins this game, Coach Farron, will have earned it. This is some tough sledding.
I mean, this was two technical fighters going through the first 75% of this game, and then they've been wielding haymakers.
That's right.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss.
Wow.
Cook down on strikes, 2 outs. And the last chance for Oregon will be one of their most powerful hitters.
Manny's got 2 out pitches. He's got fastball above your hands, and he's got that really tight slider. I'll tell you, I don't know what pitch I don't know what you throw to Hellman here. I don't know what. Boy, I'm glad I don't call pitches.
Dominic Hellman, the slugging DH bats. A 2-run homer his last trip that gave Oregon the lead. The first pitch, inside a ball, 1-0. He jumped out of the way, but kept his focus on Manning.
Yeah, Hellman hit I mean, if he gets into one, he'll hit it out of orbit. It's
6'6" right-handed hitting senior. The 1-0. Inside, it's 2-0.
I mean, it's the right plan of attack, right? A big power hitter, you're trying to speed him up, but Hellman has been locked in today.
2 balls and no strikes. The pitch. Popped up. Foul territory. Reyes is there. He's got it. And Irvine comes back to win. They hand Oregon their first loss of the season, and they win today 8-6 to go to 2-0 in this tournament.
What a ball game. This is what an NCAA tournament baseball game looks like. Absolutely 2 teams, to your point, Coach Farron, trading haymakers. I think the talent level and the pressure both teams applied turned it into some sloppy play at times, but it just, I think it really is more reflective of the pressure the 2 teams put on each other.
What a performance. And your player of the game today, Zach Felstad, his second consecutive 3-hit game. Using the whole field.
Felstad was awesome.
He was
just
terrific.
awesome.
This is a double. He would later come around. They knocked in a run on that one, and then the big hit. The 2-out game-tying single in the 8th. A 5 spot for Irvine as they erase the late Oregon lead, and they beat the Ducks today 8-6. What a ball game. 2 terrific teams. Man, that was fun.
Yeah, I mean, Oregon, that's an Omaha roster, right?
Yes.
Irvine played like an Omaha team this weekend so far. I mean, boy, that was beautiful.
I mean, they have done it without the benefit of a home run, and Irvine 2-0. And now, if this really is the opening act for the main event tonight, we are going to be in for a treat.
Let's
because
go.
2 of the top sophomores in the country will square off. Likely first-round draft picks for next year. Arizona right-hander Smith Bailey will take on Vanderbilt right-hander Austin Nye coming up in just about an hour from now. for Mike Rooney and our entire crew here in Las Vegas, I'm Mike Fair, and the final this afternoon, Irvine wins 8-6. Nightcap coming up in an hour. Don't go anywhere on D1Baseball.com.